It's the Cats.
Well, he's going to be villain and hero tonight, and if he has a horror night, a dirty night, he'll be villain and villain to both team supporters.
Like the show last night, the game, I thought it was terrific getting Big John on, Big John Elliott.
Yeah, we enjoyed that one, and he's pretty controversial, just for a change, Big John.
Wayne Carey, now the talk that the shoulder's still worrying him. There has been talk that there's a bit of a virus going around. North Melbourne have told us definitely not with Carey.
Yeah, look, I've heard that one as well, but, you know, it'll be interesting to see how they run out the game. That's when the viruses do start to show. But, yeah, look, they're in good nick, the Roos. They won last week. They've dropped the first two, but I reckon they have turned the corner. Still a lot of room for improvement, but they'll come good.
Well, speaking of Anthony Hudson, which we weren't, but we are right now, he's with the Kangaroos. He's down there right now. Hutto.
Yes, Bruce, well, all the talk's certainly about Wayne Carey, but the Kangaroos officials denying there's any problems with him. We'll have a look at the Kangaroos, and he's certainly there, Carey leading them out. But there is one change. Evan Hewitt is out with the virus, and 21-year-old Troy Makepeace comes in. He's a running player, won the reserves best and fairest last year. Lee Colbert, of course, also out there. He'll be very nervous. They're hoping for 35,000. The roof is open. It's back to you.
Thanks, Hutto. The lineup, Colbert in, Abraham, Kingsley and Troy Makepeace, as Hutto said.
Yeah, Makepeace, the midfielder, he gets his first crack at it. Kingsley, the first for the year. Lee Colbert, that's where we're really focusing our attentions. He frees up their big man contingent because he can play at both ends of the ground.
And they're up against the Cats, who are 3-0 so far. They've won both in Perth and in Adelaide. Ronnie Burns has been terrific, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's just been told this year, go out, enjoy your footy, play instinctively and have fun. He's done that, and he has been a match winner so far. I reckon he might get manned up tonight by John Blakey. He'd be my first choice. Byron Pickett could go hard with him, but you don't want to restrict Byron's forward-moving ability from the back line. Riccardi's the interesting one through the midfield. Can run straight lines down the ground. That's when he's damaging. If he goes sideways, he's not being as damaging. I think Shane Clayton won't get as big a chance on him as Adam Simpson. He's the go there. We have a look at the Geelong Cats. Steinford and Hocking come in, but I'm also looking at number 18 there, Paul Lynch, yet to turn it on this season. Let's hope he can be in for a big one tonight.
The Coca-Cola AFL Premiership Season 2000. Proudly brought to you by Victoria Bitter. Mitsubishi Magna V6, One Drive and Your Hooks. McDonald's Footy Burger. And Telstra, making life easier.
And a feature of Friday Night Football, Coca-Cola Court Red-Handed competition. We had a lot of fun last week. $10,000 if you get it right. And within 6 points either way, 2 grand final tickets. We've got 2 tonight, 1 from the Kangaroos and 1 from Geelong. Dipper's going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks very much, Bruce. That was you, Amy. Well done. You had your Coke product, now you're back for the Cats?
Yep.
And obviously you're going for the Cats to win tonight?
Definitely.
And how many points?
11.
A close game expected here, Bruce. And Bruce Corrigan, what do you reckon, mate, the Kangaroos tonight?
Kangaroos definitely, and 14 points. Definitely.
14 points. Well, I reckon you guys are both in the margin. I'm expecting a very close game. Back to you, Bruce.
It should be close. Mark Thompson against Dennis Pagan as well, another subplot.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's coached pretty well, Tomo, hasn't he? He's been very good. He's just freed up his team, allowed them to play simple footy, and let's hope they can make a brilliant game tonight.
Looking forward to the opening bounce coming up right after this.
Hello, Jim Wilson. Mark Philippoussis will be given the weekend to prove his fitness for next week's Davis Cup quarter-final tie against Germany in Adelaide. The Scud is suffering a calf injury. Leighton Hewitt has set up a semi-final showdown against Pete Sampras at the Masters tournament in Miami. And Australia 1 for 4 in reply to the Kiwis 232 in the third test.
Well, mate, I've got to tell you, I was shit frightened of them too. I was lucky that I handled it the day before. Who's that? Hello, Shannon, how are you? Oh, I'm very good, mate. No, I haven't. Were you impressed by my snake handling? He was a muscly little sucker. It feels like a really contracted muscle just crawling around your arms. It's quite off-putting. Yep, my level's coming through right now, David. This is the level I'll be talking at. Perfect conditions here for Friday night football at Colonial. David, can you hear me when I press? No, that's talking normally, but I'll stop talking, then I'll use the button. Can you hear me now, David? 15 seconds, Bruce. So do I just start talking?
Oh, I should tell you about my power, about my mysterious kink.
Big night for Lee Colbert and the Kangaroo players against his old team. Captain of the Cats, didn't play for them. There's young Makepeace, 21-year-old, best and fairest in the reserves last year, playing in his first game. Jason Dunstall, great to have you with us. What a wonderful position it is here at Colonial to watch football.
Oh, this is an extraordinary position, so close to the action you can almost lean out the window of the commentary box and talk to the players on the bench.
Rawlings, Kingsley, Makepeace and Motlop. So an inexperienced bench, Spriggs, Bizzle, Lynch and Steinfort, who's with Gary Hocking, come into the team tonight.
Interesting, Bruce, that there was talk of Ben Graham going forward during the week, but he's picking up Corey McKernan down in the Geelong defence.
Blakey's got Burns. That's the way you thought it would go, Dermot. So the Cats go to the right of screen.
There's Graham on McKernan. That's going to be a great battle all night.
It feels more compact here, doesn't it? You do feel right on top of the action. Friday night football from Colonial for the first time. And King to Burns. That could be an ominous sign. They've been two of the stars.
That's telling right there. He actually made up those 3 or 4 yards much quicker than Blakey.
Long high ball by Corrigan to the square. Free kick coming up. I think it might be to the Kangaroos, and it's going to McCartney.
So you had Gary Hocking short too, Corrigan, if he had have just chipped it over the top.
McCartney, 50th game for the Kangaroos. Out wide. King, good mark. Star last week.
Looked like he met that ball coming up off the half-forward flank as well.
To half-forward. Sanderson just worked Abraham under. Scholl was brave there, and he'll get a free kick just a bit high against Shannon Grant.
You can see the umpires are just willing to put their stamp on this game. And look, there have been fiery encounters, Geelong v the Kangaroos in past, so they're trying to really put some authority on it here.
Mooney left it. Back goes Kilpatrick to Houlihan. Hugging the line. Ronnie's searching for it, but he found it in the end.
He's got about 2 or 3 metres off the mark that John Blakey will never cover. Now, that's where he could beat him and chop him up here tonight. Other than that, Blakey will stick to the task.
So take a
run around him. He'll try anyway.
She's lucky not to be pinged there. He dropped the ball. Then the handball cut off. Comes from Pike. Goes back. They're in trouble. Harvey to Pickett. That can sting if it goes all the way down the other end of the ground. It won't, I don't think. Scarlett gets back and takes the mark.
They're just playing straight down the lines here at the moment, Geelong. They need to turn it around a bit, mix it up through the middle, and they go inboard now.
Houlihan goes to centre half forward. Mooney's a target. Carey playing back and deep.
He's playing a centre half back on Mooney, so that's going to be an interesting duel.
Out wide, Colbert, listen to the cheers. He got a big boot, didn't he? He'll be used to that.
That's a clever kick, though. I thought in this kick that we're going to get another look at it. He might have.
What are your
Kerry.
thoughts of Carey starting at centre-half back?
Well, Jason Mooney's the kind of bloke who really can steamroll things just
a bit of aggression between those two, isn't there?
But he can get his team fired up, and if Carey can just stand next to him, match him up and take away some of that aggression, it might rob them of some enthusiasm.
Is Dennis Pagan worried about their defence? The amount of goals they've been conceding?
Well, there'd be no doubt he would be.
Grant goes long. McGrath looks for a free. He's going to get it against Colbert. Cat fans will love that.
It's where Geelong too often just play straight down the lines here. This is what is in front of him again. He has to go straight down the flank. It's going to work for them, though.
Graham round the body. Harvey tried to take Kilpatrick out. It was a pretty good footy. Gets it to Glenn Archer. Terrific smother across Archer by David Clark.
He's made some improvement, the kid Clark, this year, hasn't he?
That is a perfect example of head over the ball and not turning the head away when you go for the smother.
McKernan and Mensch. McKernan front spot looking for a free kick.
Clever play.
Clayton comes away, banging to full forward. McGrath, Colbert, no free kick. Cats in numbers getting back. Harley's little one good. Scarlett, confidently. Kicks the ball to centre wing. Scholl has to run hard with Cowthorpe. The bounce important. Scholl did well, I think.
Yeah.
Riccardi, such a clever player.
Carey got caught up the ground.
Mooney can thump to the goal square. Hooks back to the pocket. He's got Ronnie. Surely he'll have a shot from there.
He's got to have a shot this time. Now, he most likely will take a run around and increase his angle here. I don't think he'll be playing on and trying to dodge his opponent this time, even though it is Clayton on the mark this time. Blakey comes inboard, which means that Clayton's team opponent must be free somewhere else. And he's not putting himself in a position to have a shot. Bit hard.
A very tentative stab at the kick, though, wasn't it? I tell you what was
Do you
interesting.
think that the Ronnie Burns is a better shot at goal on the run?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Whenever he gets time to think about it, it almost sounds like, Dipper, that he gets time to think about the mistakes he can make, whereas if he just runs at it instinctively, he'll just pop it onto the boot and use his natural ability. This is what's ahead of him. The ideal kick from there is up on the 50 in the middle, but he has to elect to the flank. He goes for the safety option with Carey, and he draws the free kick here.
I'll tell you what, he had to mark it or get the free kick because it was 2-on-1 to the Cats and they would have had a shot for goal.
But if there's one bloke in the league you'd want to be 2-on-1, if you're one, it'd be the king.
To centre wing. Graham caught behind McKernan. Made it a reasonably effective spoil. Rawlings. Scholl's been good early. Floats one back to about half forward. Numbers with the Kangaroos. Carey takes a good one. He'd make a fair centre-half back, wouldn't he?
He'd make a fair winger, back pocket, flanker, anything. Yeah, but centre-half back, he's just got the beautiful physique for it as well.
Pikes kick to McKernan, too far. Graham, clever mark. Once it went over McKernan's head, he had to take the mark.
Yeah.
Because it was on if he did not, and McKernan would have had the run at him. Mooney just pushes to Kilpatrick. Didn't take the mark. Harvey gave him a shove. Back turn. Comes back. He's at half-back. Smother again. Kilpatrick, little one inboard to King. King at centre-half forward. He's got Stoneham running. Burns one out. Loads it up, King. Good kick. A very good kick.
Oh, Ronnie's dropped it.
It's a point.
I think Ronnie's trying to claim, I did mark it, or I tried to mark it, but it was over the line.
I think he had made a bit of a mess of it there, Ronnie. The kick came in long. All he had to do was shepherd the ball through, but in the end he decided to go for the mark and basically dropped a simple chest mark.
I've got to say, though, the option is always mark it. If you're going to make an error, let it be your own ability. If you go to shepherd it and an opposition gets a hand on it, that's your poor judgment. At least make it your error.
Great kick out for Pickett.
Found Archer. And got a bit of distance too. Now Archer kicks to centre-half for McKernan. Well done, Riccardi. And Bill rows it beautifully. Little kick to half-forward to Ripper. And Clayton strolls in and kicks the goal.
I'll tell you what, at the end of proceedings, there's a bit of action going on behind play now, a bit of chesting and bumping and a few verbal onslaughts happening, but a bit of a scrubber kick coming from Shane Clayton. He just really stabbed it along the ground. McKernan really needs to take a mark. I mean, particularly if he's flying over the top of someone like Riccardi. Probably should have taken the mark, but in the end, Bell roved it well. And that's not exactly what you'd call a confident kick, but it did the job, and a goal to the Kangaroos.
Clayton with the opening goal. Burl, typical front and centre, wasn't he, for the Kangaroos?
Quick transfer though, Bruce, coming from the other end of the ground. 2 points to the Geelong team, and both times the Kangaroos have got the ball from their kick-ins sufficiently.
Simpson gets it inside 50. Abraham had a big fly. Scholl away. I think he's had 3 fork kicks so far. Wide. Mooney also getting a fair bit of it, having to go a fair way. Melbourne, who the umpire spoke to a moment ago, slow handball to Hocking, brings him back, goes back in board. Stonen fancies himself, 48 out, loads it up, goes for it and kicks it.
Quick spinner. He's done well there, Baz. He just saw the opponent coming in. I think it was Byron Pickett just coming in from the corner of his eye. And a lot of players can panic in that situation, but Big Barry just made out he was going to carry on and just sidestepped in here. Mooney's done well. Even though Carey's had it already, Mooney's taking him up the ground and finding possessions and making space behind him. That's where Stonen finds himself now, and pretty simple kick for the big fella in the end.
Cats back in front by a couple of points.
Interesting to see what influence he's going to be able to have from centre-half back Carey.
He'll just be saying to himself, this is where I'll be for however long that I want to be here, I reckon.
Clark high on Burl. Burl was quiet last week.
Till the last quarter.
Yeah, and then was very good, wasn't he?
He looks like starting off the way he finished tonight, though.
Pike, probing kick. McKernan caught underneath. McGrath belts away. Harvey front and centre and kicks the goal.
They specialise in that.
That is a very clever kick by Brent Harvey. I mean, he was in heavy traffic there and he saw a little gap and he just toppled the ball end over end. A perfect little grubber kick. He saw a little gap. He was square to the goals and he thought, all I have to do is kick straight through this. It doesn't matter if it's along the ground. Look at that. That's a needle eye opening. I don't know how that didn't touch somebody.
Timmy McGrath, he's just gone for the big thump straight up the middle there. You know, probably could have been better with a subtle punch out to a flank.
Kangaroos by 4 points. Wonder if it'll be a shootout like we've seen all their matches so far this year. Bill, yep, he's on fire early. Sanderson and Harvey. Free kick, I think, to Harvey against Sanderson.
Well, he's got men side onto him.
King. Caught a bit flat-footed now and having to kick around the body. Awkward. Hocking. Laps it up. Neat kick to, or missed Houlihan actually, so it wasn't so good. Pickett concedes, but back to Carey. Carey playing like a quarterback in that situation, but poor kick. Scholl's got it.
Well, they've got to come out this side of the ground. They've got players on if they spot them up quick enough.
Carey's had 5 possessions, so has Scholl. Clark, caught in 2 minds. Mooney.
Good spoil.
It was from Pickett. Ooh. King just inside, boundary throwing. King versus Capuano, big duel there. You'd think both of them are going to be around for 6 or 7 years, maybe King a couple more.
Yep. They both pull away from this one, allow Benny Graham and McKernan. Better option for the Roos to win that then, as he does, but scunged on here by Clark.
Bit lucky Clark, sort of handed it over, didn't he, to McCarty?
He gave it up pretty easy, hoping that... What's the umpire? The umpire signal, just go ahead with it, boundary umpire. Yeah, he gave it up pretty easy, hoping that the umpire wouldn't give a decision one way or the other. Easy option there.
So Graham McKernan takes it there. Little kick. King chances himself. Cowthorpe has an airy. Hocking look away handball to Melbourne. Kicks it to half-forward. Capuano should take it. He does.
Downfield.
Is it down the field, is it?
Yeah, downfield.
Bit of change already. Carey now picking up Mensch and Archer picking up Mooney.
Thanks, Dipper. Sternham at centre half forward. Pickett belts it away. Burns versus Archer. Ronnie needs a looking bounce. Archer will out-muscle him. He does. Blakey again a smother. We've seen a few of those in the first 10 minutes. Kanga's looking for a free. Ronnie's good. Ronnie's good in this situation. Carey won't get there. He's kicked a miracle goal. Can't he make something happen?
Well, as we've talked about in the pre-match, just free him up. You just say to Ronnie, hey, go out and enjoy it. Play instinctively. Play the way you want to play. He's done that and he's gone out again. I think that's his 3rd touch.
I'll tell you what, one thing that is very noticeable for the Cats is the amount of pressure they're putting on in the forward line. They're not letting the ball come out. They're attacking the Kangaroos player with the ball, and a couple of smothers already have been first class.
Looks a good match up the match already, doesn't it, between the two teams?
I don't think it's going to be a dull fest tonight. I think we're going to see a bit of scoring. Watch for Peter Bell at the centre bounce here. He's cleared the last two.
Hocking in the centre, back. Corrigan a bit up and under. Now here's Carey with Mensch, the move being made. And with Archer on Mooney. Kangas to centre wing, Clayton. Played very well in the first couple of games. Goes back to Simpson, was a bit quieter last week. Simpson loads it up to centre half forward. McKernan had his fingers on it. Lang claims it. It's a pretty clever play. That's a neat kick.
That's brilliant.
Colbert's got it.
Well, that's the first one Lee Colbert's actually read quicker than his opponent. He's been just that little bit tentative to lead, and he's summed up and waited a bit for when the ball was definitely on the way. This time he took the bit between the teeth and set off before his opponent.
I tell you what, Adam Lang was brilliant in the set after that. He held his position beautifully at the front of the pack. Probably a little bit unlucky not to get paid the mark, but he recovered and turned on the left foot, delivered beautifully to Colbert.
Good view. There's a lot of boos going around the ground from the Cats supporters, and the Cats fans like it, but the Kangas players like it. It's a goal. What a great way to answer it. Have you ever heard boos like that, Dermot, when you were playing?
Well, occasionally.
Every week, I think. Look, it is going to be important. You can just see Lang, number 27 there. He gets the one hand up there, and that's just about good enough to be paid a mark on replay. But look, he didn't hear the whistle. He played on well. He looked for the leading option onto the left foot. Wasn't a pretty kick, but gee, it hit the spot. A very good take out in front too to an awkward ball from Colbert. And most importantly, he finished it off. And really, we need a presence, or the Kangaroos need a presence in the forward 50 from Colbert and McKernan if Carey's going to play down back.
Well, he's anchored there at the moment, isn't he?
3 goals to 2-2.
Oh, great hit.
Corrigan on the end of it. Kicks to centre half forward. Bad kick. Blakey. Carey took his time. He's going to try and use Pickett's skills here. It's good Shepherd at the back there. And another one. And a third one coming in from Simpson, each of those. Harley was good to Scholl. Scholl with plenty of disposals. Houlihan kept his hands off McKernan at the last moment. He's got Pickett.
Good takedown.
Lovely handball inboard to Simpson, who provided the Shepherd earlier. Maybe lucky, but Harvey was in the right spot.
Played in front.
Colbert wants it at the back. It's a one-out situation. Colbert, it's going, and it's a behind.
There's probably just a lack of match fitness there for Lee Colbert. He held the position well. He just didn't react quickly enough to read the flight of the ball. It just carried over the top.
It was Carey's prime position. How many times have we seen them kick it into with Carey at the back there using his body?
Got to say, I'm not all that sure. We look at the matchup here, down the ground here for Benny Graham. Where that group of players is, in the centre of screen, the ideal kick is marked by your teammate about 5 metres inside the 50. That's your number one option. And just about your last resort is the short one wide.
Interesting setup. They had 2 bunches though, Dermot.
Yep, one a bit shorter than the other. Now they try and free it up and find a bit of open space. They go right across goal to do so. It's worked for them.
Corrigan's kick had to be accurate. Houlihan couldn't take the mark. The pressure was too great at the back. Harvey to Bell. Their little players important. Shannon Grant. Scholl was very good there. Little handball. Corrigan getting back to help him. Cats defending stoutly. Bangs it back. King was excellent.
Good contest.
Gee, got back in a hurry. Milburn's handball. Put her under the pump.
Oh, very lucky. He ducked into that one. Very lucky to get the free kick.
Now, this is where, coming up the ground from here, I would have liked Mooney to be at centre half forward. We have a look at it here, puts the fend out and bends at the knees and drops his height. Oh.
Mooney was looking for one. He's going to get it.
OK, now what they're probably looking at doing now is taking Mensch up the ground, and he moves a lot slower than Mooney, and Carey will drag with him, and then Mooney will actually play centre half forward, but he'll play it from the pocket. He'll be the target centre half forward around the 50-metre line.
Stoneham wanted it at the back. Carey launches himself. It's going to be paid.
That is putting yourself right in the heat of the contest, isn't it? You mentioned how they're going to play Carey, and the reason there was the change of opposition from Mooney to Mensch is because Carey's going to stay at centre half back. It's just a matter of who plays centre half forward for the Cats.
He's had 8 possessions so far, Carey, and hasn't wasted one. Simpson's kicks a good one to Clayton at centre wing. 3-1 to 2-2. Kangaroos lead by 5 points. High quality game. Lang out in front of Harley. Good take. Very good mark.
He's impressing each week, this bloke, isn't he?
Can go forward and back too. The kick to centre half forward, not so good. Clark missed it. Started a bit shakily, Clark. McGrath. This has to be accurate. He's got Melbourne. Didn't mark it. It's out.
Second one over, I'd say. It's like young Makepeace. he's lining up for his first run in league footy. So good luck to the boy down on the boundary line.
Grant off. Scholl stitched Grant up early, so Makepeace coming onto Scholl. Graham tries to work around. Simpson cleverly gets it forward. Riccardi, wrong side for him, but he's very skillful. To Sanderson, who had the job on Jarman last week. Kicks to half forward. Carey too strong for Minch. He's playing a bit of a quarter, isn't he, Carey here? Kicking balls.
Great vision.
To Bell. Comes away. Gives it all he's got. To Lang. Got him. Free kick.
He's really attacking the ball well, Adam Lang, and they're putting the ball out in front of him, which is very important. He looks like a good, strong leading player. Just holding front position.
Can kick a footy too. This is not beyond him if he gives himself a chance and goes back. Well, there you go. There you go. Watch that on replay. King. Too far out for him.
It's got to go to McKernan.
Oh, good kick.
Got him.
Colbert.
Oh, look at that. The traffic went with McKernan at the top of the square. McKernan ran to that side where the ball was coming in from, and the kick got pulled across as Colbert just loitered out to this side of the ground and took the simplest of marks. That's good play.
It's a great kick from David King because most of the players did flood over to where they thought the kick would go, and he kicked it across his body.
Have a good view. This will be a terrific start. He's kicked two, Colbert.
Well, this is just ideal for the Kangaroos at the moment. The first match of the season, the premiership season proper for Lee Colbert, and hasn't he made his presence felt early with 2 goals against his former team. Just look at King. He finds himself a little bit of space eventually, and at the last minute he just pulls it right across his body, and Colbert had led basically away from the majority of the players into a bit of space and took an uncontested mark.
(4-1-2-2). Dennis Pagan, big move. Colbert forward. Carey centre half back. Carey best man on the ground. Colbert's kicked 2 goals.
Yeah, both of them paying off at the moment, those moves.
King, Capuano wins it. Abraham, good to see him back on the team. Sanderson only as far as Bell, who's having a huge impact as well. Goes to full forward. Colbert, McGrath. Free kick to McGrath that time. Advantage given to Scholl.
They're getting chopped up in the midfield now, the Cats. Can't find a target further afield. Riccardi will turn in here. Only got Mooney on the lead. He's going over his head.
Hocking at the back. Archer held him up very cleverly. Carey gets back. Swung off it by Minch, but he gets out wide to Pike. Pike at half back. Just searched for it for a moment and then wobbles down the line to half. He wasn't an easy kick.
Oh, well trapped.
Blakey. Kangas are going well. Blakey bangs it inside. McKernan the target. Lang again made a great contest. Scarlett to McGrath. Rather, McGrath got it from Harley and gave it to Scarlett. Harley sweeps it to Scholl. Such an attacking defender. Minch. McGrath, he'd be happy to get a kick like this, McGrath, because he's had problems early. Kilpatrick, does he take Carey on? No. Goes out wide. Stoneham sits and waits a bit. Tries to turn McCartney inside out.
Oh.
That's off the 4, I reckon, off Pickett. Not picked up, though.
I'll tell you what, Byron was coming into that contest. There were 2 Geelong players and he was working out which one he could line up for a good old solid hip and shoulder.
It was going through the mind, wasn't it? There we go. Yeah, off the lower leg. That's
he had a go at
Riccardi and Melbourne, only 3 possessions each.
King was very good. What a
He's kicked a banana.
He's kicked a goal. Magnificent stuff. Well, that is a real insult to the other ruckman, Capuano, isn't it, to do that to him?
I tell you what, he's on top of Capuano at the moment too, and to just pick the ball out of a contest like this, and he just kicks a banana off basically one step. He pushes Capuano under the ball, and have a look at that. That is the perfect check side.
Well, I tell you what, he's a big unit, David King, though. Make no mistake
He's in
about
good form. He's in very good form. Played well last week, and he's continuing on this week.
He's getting very little support from his midfield small people, and Burns goes in there now just to create. They've got to get a win out of the centre here. Burns can find the ball. He'll do well.
Smothered by Bell. He's been the best of the little men, hasn't he, in the opening term?
By far in the centre bounce.
And just talking about Stephen King's good form, worrying signs again for the Kangaroos big man. We saw McKernan return to form last week. He's only had the 1 possession. Capuano's had the 1 possession.
Hasn't
they
run
need
under
to get
it,
more
though.
out of them.
The good thing about him, Corey, is he hasn't run under it. He's got hands on it. He's let go a couple which he seemingly has gloved all right, but hasn't held on to.
Capuano did very well. McKernan run down. Doesn't really. He's gone. He's been pinged. Sanderson, one of the tacklers.
Now Mooney's moved back out to centre forward. Carey's picking him up
50,
again.
50 metres.
Okay. Well, they definitely did look better up forward when Mooney was at centre half forward on Carey, and he ran Carey up under the ball, and the ball that came in behind him went to an area where Wayne wasn't.
Now, did he ping Martin Pike for kicking the ball too high back to him? That is ridiculous. It's not as if he skied the ball. He just chipped the kick back to him. He's pinged him for not getting it straight back.
That's your job, mate. I was looking at the forwards.
That is unbelievable to give a 50 for that.
Sanderson from 52. Not going to be a goal. Oh, good fly from Stoneham. Not paid. McCartney gets it outside 50. Cats have got a couple of numbers here. Scarlett, well played, David King. Back to Graham, clever. To Riccardi, finds some space. And then goes bang with a long one to within 20. Minch works to the front. Oh, good mark from McCartney. That was courage. Carey like at the back, wasn't it?
Well, just watch that, though. He actually gobbled up his opponent there, Barry Stoneham, on the chase. Stoneham got 2 yards drop on him, and McCartney reeled it in pretty quickly.
Bell, another posse to Blakey. Loose man created. Clayton, who kicked the opening goal of the match. Good running skills, Clayton. Kicks to half forward. McKernan trapped it well. Comes across with a long handball. Puts the under the pump there a bit to young Makepeace, but the tackle was good on Corrigan. So the second effort they'll be pleased with. On the up, Bell's handball was good. King likes this situation. Punches hard and high to full forward. And building it away to the pocket, the Cats. Coming from Harley, boundary throw-in.
We've had a triple change here. We see Clint Bazell coming on, also for the Cats and also for the Roos. Marty Pike pretty unhappy about being dragged there.
Yeah, Winston Abraham went off as well, and Kent Kingsley came on.
McKernan and Graham, they both go to ground. Harley, he's wanting it wide, and maybe the line, Makepeace and Clark. There's certainly some leg speed there with those two young players out of play.
Now there's number 20 in your screen there, Kent Kingsley. Isn't he an amazing player? Kicked 6 on debut last year, and then all of a sudden drifted out of the scene as quickly as he flashed onto it.
Good size, 193 centimetres, 91 kilograms.
Graham getting rid of McKernan. They're using their body, the Cat ruckman, in those boundary throw-ins effectively and ball ups. Harvey's been busy, gets it back to about 30 metres. McGrath, fist away, Scholl, ball not out of play. Scholl's a confident player, isn't it? His brother's not playing for the Kangaroos tonight. Now, the one-on-one, Simpson runs hard, then tries to trap, and I think he's pretty happy to see it go over the line.
Got to say that match-up down there with Colbert against McGrath, they would have played against, they're the type of players who would have stood against each other at training all their career. We see McKernan come off.
Motlop on.
Motlop on, and they'd know each other intimately. Straight into the fray for Motlop.
He pinched it, didn't he? A good kick too. Well played at the back by Sanderson. It was desperation. Free kick, I think, to the Cats, to Scholl. Having a big opening term, Scholl. Called to play on.
11th possession for him. Now this is good move. This is good. When Mooney comes up the ground, when he looks up now and spots it up, he finds that Carey is out of the equation. They've got a forward line with no Carey to contend.
Oh, good lead, Barry Stoneham.
That's a free kick.
There's a bit of desperation in the end from the Kangas, wasn't it? Because Stoneham had Bell covered, didn't he?
Yeah, gee, they moved the ball very well from half-back. I mean, you mentioned Mooney coming up the ground, taking a good strong mark, also dragging Carey out of the equation. But then he delivered well to King, and King just looked up and kicked to the fat side or the open side. And he led beautifully. Stoneham got 5 yards clear, and in the end they had to give the free kick away to stop him taking the grab.
They spin pretty quick for Barry, don't they?
Just to put the Cats in front, he's kicked it.
Good kick.
Well, that's 2 for Stoneham, matching the 2 for Colbert, and Dermo don't really care how it spins as long as it goes through, and it's putting them through at the moment.
They don't swing very far, left or right, if they spin quickly. If they spin slowly, they can go further, but they swing a bit further. Good move here, and he's held it up well there, King. He hasn't unloaded very quickly. Good lead, did him on the lead, and drew the free kick.
So McKernan was on the phone for a fair while there.
Bit of distress there on the face, wasn't there?
Interesting stuff. King out of the centre having a very big opening term. Carey only as far as Burns. Poor handball to Hocking. Back to Kilpatrick. Half a chance from here. Not a good kick. And McCartney, yeah, it was. It was a floater, wasn't it? A tough ball to mark. And the Kangaroos are away.
Steinford on for the Cats. Corrigan off.
Clayton's kick was excellent. Motlop probably didn't need it handled in that position, but then was quick enough to take it off Hocking.
Slow.
Back to Clayton. Buddha's been caught a couple of times in the opening term. Push coming, free kick to the Cats. They've got the advantage. Shoal raking up more possessions. King working very well. If Bell's the best little man, King's the best big man on the ground in the first quarter.
By far. Buddha's in the spot here to link up. He's got to find more of it. Buddha is just getting little stats that don't mean much. They go inboard here. Look out.
Steinford has just come on, loads up, and McCartney again's taken a good grab.
He's made a few errors, but he's got hold of the ball. Clean grabbing, hasn't he? He's taken a couple of grabs back there, which have meant a bit.
Got a bit of marking power back there when you throw Carey back.
Absolutely.
Took his time, Simpson. Kicks wide, doesn't really give Lang a chance. McGrath's got Ben Graham. Will use him. Graham's got some time.
Oh, he's missed Mooney short.
He's gone longer, and he's found Bizzle.
Well, they had to find somebody because Mooney will just jog through screen in a second. He's still saying, there's Mooney at the top, the left-hand side of the screen, still saying, hey, mate, I was wide open. But he spotted somebody up, was less of a, I suppose, more of a chance to be spoilt, but closer to goal.
He's a talented player, Bizzle. Bizzle, Lynch, Steinford, Corrigan, a group of players that probably have to really make their mark in this season.
Yep. I've got a feeling they'll be very good for the Cats when they all get around 60, 70 games each. Good kick.
Gee, he's got it, Bizzle. It's a goal.
Capuano coming off. Kingsley just came off. McKernan returns. Abraham returns for the Roos.
Kangaroos, what's happening on their interchange, Dipper?
Well, it's unusual to see the Kangaroos use their bench so many times in the first quarter. We've just seen Corey McKernan coming in on the ground, straight to the ruck position. Capuano coming off. Already they made about 8 changes, Bruce.
There are lots of changes happening out on the ground as well. McGrath's gone on to Adam Lang at centre half back, and also Tom Harley onto Lee Colbert. And just keep an eye on Colbert because he's been rubbing his left hamstring quite vigorously on a number of occasions. So maybe he's given it a bit of a tweak.
5-2-4-1, very deep into the opening term.
Oh, well done again, King.
So he's got McKernan now. Minch to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick. Hocking. Poor handball.
That's terrible.
Buddha had a virus last week and didn't play against the Crows, and he struggled early here. Kilpatrick and Grant out of play.
That's a real wasted opportunity for the Cats because they really did have the numbers running forward in a wave. All they needed was some quick handling, some clean handling. A bit of a fumble by Kilpatrick, and then just a pretty ordinary hand pass coming from Gary Hocking.
He just telegraphed what he was going to do, didn't he?
So right on quarter time, Cats finished the quarter well despite that missed opportunity because they bounced back with the last 3 goals of the opening term, and they lead by 7 points at 5-2-4-1.
They've done well, though, I reckon, for the majority of the quarter in terms of time spent. I think North Melbourne Kangaroos controlled that quarter, but just with brief periods of bursts, the Cats find themselves in front at quarter time.
So Colbert, a couple of goals in the opening term. The big move was that Colbert went forward and Carey went back for the Kangas. He kicked a couple. He's been booed every time he's gone near the ball. Stoneham kicked a couple, and Bizzle with that late one has given them a 7-point break. So quarter time, it's 5-2-4-1. A big match here on the Big Sports Network.
The big sports events keep coming on Australia's leading sports network. This is Channel 7, Australia's Olympic network.
Welcome back to Colonial Friday Night Football, our first Friday night match here, and the Kangaroos are 4-1 and the Cats 5-2. So Geelong by 7 points, Colbert a couple and Stoneham 2. It was important for Colbert to get a pretty good start, and he got it, didn't he? Up forward.
Yeah, he actually read the ball pretty well in the end. He started off a little bit slow. This is the first one he reads off the boot well, gets the drop. He's not quick, Lee Colbert, make no mistake about it. He's not a quick player. He outreads his opponent there, leads him to the ball, marks goals.
Would you leave Carey where he is, down back now?
You'd have to now. The dimensions would change too greatly. I think the Geelong team are looking at Carey down there and think, how do we beat this bloke? It's a threat. If it changes now, it's big trouble for them.
Anthony Hudson's got Alan McConnell. Hutto.
Alan, Carey in defence surprise you?
It wasn't one of the things that we'd probably expected, but we're quite happy with how our boys have handled that so far this quarter.
And your assessment on the quarter? King obviously playing a great game.
Yeah, we're very happy with Stephen in the minute. Look, they were very good in the contested balls early in the quarter, and I felt we started to show our work in that area as the quarter went on, so we just need to keep that up in the next one.
Thank you.
Alan McConnell, of course, coach at Fitzroy. Dennis Pagan's record against Geelong's interesting. He has such an imposing record. It's 66% all up, but just 35.5 against the Cats. In fact, he's won 5 out of 14. It's the only team he has a losing record against.
That's an amazing stat, isn't it? You just think he's dominated the competition for all these past years.
Some interesting tactics going out there. David Calthorpe is actually picking up Peter Riccardi at the moment on the wing. And Calthorpe's been the leading goal kicker for the Kangaroos this year with 7, has not had a touch.
Too far from goal.
And Riccardi was pretty effective, so I don't know how long they can go with that matchup.
So it's a bit of a trek for the coaches here to get to the boxes. He's there, Dennis Pagan with his group. We saw Bomber Thompson behind Alan McConnell a moment ago. Let's see what happens in the opening minutes here. The Cats finished on top, didn't they, in that term? Kilpatrick can't quite get clear. Bill onto him. Persistent. Steinford, who got a kick early when he came on to fall forward. Mensch. Cats have got a bit of height there. That's where they were very good early last year. Blakey belts hard and high. Indecision with Bell and McKernan.
Lack of torque.
King got away with it and bangs it out wide.
He got talked out of that, Peter Bell. I reckon somebody called him out of it. Whether it was his own teammate or he fell for the old two-card trick. Leave it, it's mine.
He was looking for the call, come back, you're clear, you're okay, I'll protect you. It didn't come, and in the end they made a real mess of it.
Well, why wouldn't you? There was 18 stone of Stephen King running into his back.
Carey down to Hocking, to Mooney, good stretch, and then hooks it back to half forward. Bell's in the right spot. Capuano starts on the interchange in this term. Going with McKernan. It's a free kick here.
And King is all on his own in the pocket if he wants it.
He's going to go to Bizzle.
Riccardi's kick to Bizzle. Got him, well spotted, Dermott.
Well, Byron Pickett, as soon as he saw the kick was going to the Kangaroos, he took off.
Yep.
And as he should. And that's where, coaches get upset about a turnover that is out of play. And, it just throws the rest of the team out. Look, Byron knows he's done that. And he's done nothing wrong. He's doing the team thing. He's creating, running up the ground. It's turned around. That's just terrible.
Somebody must have done something wrong to have it reversed. May have been Calthorpe. Bizzle's kicked his second.
But it's just getting better and better.
They've kicked the last 5, I think, the Cats. They've kicked the last, it was 4-2 at one stage. They kicked the last 4 in the match.
It's all starting with Stephen King in the centre of the ground. And even then he ran forward into the pocket, and he actually contributed to the space that Bizzle had because he drew McCartney out of the play. You just see there's a big hole there, and Pickett had no chance of getting back because he had tried to become an attacking option.
And done the right thing too. Make no mistake about that whatsoever. Buddha Hockey needs to find some of the ball in the centre of the ground here. His counterpart, Peter Bell, has been taking it away, and the only other bloke to match him is the ruckman, Stephen King. It's his job to tap it out, not tap it out and take it away.
Be a bit scary for the Kangaroos if he does turn it.
He's dominating.
The Cats are on top. Carey worked out of it cleverly by Mooney. Mensch, Birds was wonderful, but not a good kick. He wasted a lot because his touch was terrific to take it so cleanly.
I reckon he has missed that by the full amount. You cannot miss them by that far.
He probably could have taken a bit more time. He could have used his speed to create a bit of space.
King, McKernan was strong then.
That's his first blemish, King. He's got worked under it a little bit.
First mark to McKernan.
Big challenge now, McKernan versus King. That's a real contest, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, umpire, if you don't know.
Ben Graham might have been lucky to catch.
That one might have hit the roof had it been closed.
King and McKernan, good mark. Carey waited down for him. King was out gun by the Twin Towers there.
They've sealed off everything. He's got to go straight up the line. Mongrel kick.
Kilpatrick stopped it in its tracks. Steinford goes to ground, gets it out. Kilpatrick, Burl, gang tackle, ball up.
That's good footy, that. I like seeing the old two-man tackle. Shows a bit of willingness on the team to initiate some physical contact.
The best early sign for the Kangaroos in the second quarter are 2 quick marks to Corey McKernan. He needs to have an influence, particularly on Stephen King, who is just cutting him up at the moment.
Corey McKernan there. He is 20 metres to the left of this bounce down, just playing a kick behind play here. King goes with him.
Butter in tight, that was better.
Yep.
Oh, great smother.
By Pickett from Kilpatrick. Lang. Riccardi's tackle was excellent. Bizzle, hard ball to be won by somebody. Cats did it.
Good second up.
And Kilpatrick bangs it back. Stoneham caught out of position. Doesn't give away a free kick. Clark can run. He's a great runner. One bounce, 48 metres out. Terrible kick. Could have run all the way in. No one will catch him.
He could have had another bounce. He could have had another 2 bounces, basically. And I think the other thing he didn't do, Dermot, is he just didn't slow down and steady himself when he kicked. He was still going flat chat.
Had options too. We look at King now. He wants it up the middle. This is the best option for them if they mark it. If it gets turned over, it's danger.
Gee, Melbourne fancied himself against McKernan. The tackle on Bell was good. Harvey's little kick slung out. Courage shown there by both clubs. Lang's handball to Clayton, to Abraham on the burst. Pushed underneath it in the end. Scholl was lucky. Free kick not paid. Bell's been terrific in the pocket. Still with Bell. Hooks it back to centre half forward. Cats. Grant. Belted away by Melbourne. Kilpatrick was good. Steinford comes away. Kicks to half forward. Mooney third in line. King went with one hand. Clayton. Mooney. And out of play. I'm still trying to work out who was the Cat player 3 minutes ago that won the really hard ball and got
Peter
it to Kilpatrick.
Second effort. Second effort. That's why I said yelled second up. His second effort was fantastic. That's just fitness that allowed him to get up and chase it. Spot onto it.
Lang has been pretty good to Harvey. Gets it to about 40. Winnie can't get a run at it. Colbert was there. Belted away. Evan Hewitt would have been handy tonight, wouldn't he, with that extra height, because with Carey down back, there's another marking option with McKernan on the ball.
Starting to think that too, because unless Colbert gets a 1 out and he's stationary or gets an early lead like he did against McGrath first up, he's not going to mark a ball 2 or 3 deep in the pack.
Graham lays it down for Scholl, or to Clark, I should say. Breaks the tackle, then he's put McGrath under the pump. Hocking was good. Kilpatrick changes direction importantly. Then kicks in a 1 out situation. Stoneham plays almost as a defender. Calthorpe, first real touch. Not good. Stoneham back. Riccardi, probing handball. Inside. Has to sit and wait an inch. Slow handball out wide. Searching for Kilpatrick. Goes for goal. Poor kick. Bizzle won't make it. It's out on the full. They've missed 3 chances, the Cats. Burns, Clark and that one.
Just another case of fumbling. Mensch didn't pick it up cleanly. And in the end it broke down. He had to deliver a handball to a player who had to stop and basically kick off 1 step.
Cats are on top, but they haven't been able to put much on the board in this turn. Archer to space. Harley.
He's lucky he didn't pick it up actually.
Leaving it for him, and then Harley's gone.
It's got to be gone, surely.
Good takedown by David King.
Sanderson left it for him, but Harley couldn't get free, and King's got him. McKernan gave a lead.
We'll talk about the Byron Pickett matchup in a second when we get a break.
So McKernan the big target. Harley helps out. Bell read it well. Crunch to the ground. Back to Scholl. He's had lots of it, Scholl. Kick number 11.
Oh, there's foot in your right. He had the eyes on the ball and put that up for his own protection, and danger to the oncoming Sanderson.
And pops it up, King, to centre half forward. Front spot was the Cats, but Lang's little handball to Harvey.
He's lifted now, Butter. He's getting the knees dirty. Look out.
Pickett strolls in, 50 metres out. He hasn't kicked a goal for the Kangaroos in his career. He has now. That's his first.
Every reason to be pretty excited about that. Not only was it his first goal, it was a ripper too. I thought initially when the handball came from Hocking over the top of Kilpatrick that he was going to run straight through Kilpatrick. The ball actually ran end over end. You see it coming here, and I think he was lining him up, and then he thought, oh, the ball's here. And then he had a bit of time to settle. And didn't he drill it through beautifully from just inside 50. Right on the 50 line.
He's had a celebrated career, hasn't he, Pickett? Norwich Rising Star 1 year, All-Australian the next, Grand Final first year, Premiership the second, basically. And he's got a goal, and he really likes it. They know about it too, the Kangas. 39-31. King again out of the centre. Carey read it best.
They're just swapping. Mention Mooney. They're just making up their own mind. They're going to swap. They're changing with each other. Trying to work Carey as best as they can. They find Clayton out on the wing through Carey.
Team lifting goal, it seems, at this stage for the Kangas. Their morale looks to be good.
Oh, brilliant.
Harvey took them all on. And then the little one to full forward. Colbert just got underneath it. And in the end, Scholl mops up. Sanderson, not much time, has to hook.
Nothing ahead of him.
Clayton sits, waits.
Shepherd from Pike.
And then he's able to load it up to centre half forward. Bang at the back came from Scarlett. Well done, King. David King, that is.
He's done well to hang on there. Well done to Sanderson. I disagree with it holding the ball ruling, but on the ground, hang on to a jumper, because King was away. There's a goal coming up there. Yeah. I don't know, he didn't really retard him that much. Yeah, touch and go for me. This is where they're going to fall down when Mitch plays at centre half forward. Look, he'll be the good contest, strong body against Carey, but he won't come up to the wings for that kick, which is coming short here, and they're going to go short to, or small to, out to the wings. Blokes are running out there. They need the forward leading up. Oh, look out. Well, he's lucky he was there a second before. Shannagrad coming off the ground, Capuano coming back on. He's spoiled by Mooney. I thought that could have been a bit uglier than it has turned out.
I'll tell you what, Carey's actually quite lucky because Mooney had doubled back on him and led well.
Yep.
And Clayton put himself in the hot spot. Took a decent blow to the kidneys, I think, in the contest there, and a very courageous play.
I reckon most of it was shoulder of Mooney.
McKernan, not quite.
Good purchase again, but couldn't hold it.
Riccardi sweeping at the back. Simpson underneath takes a good mark.
He takes the safe option moves that time. I don't think he fancied himself 2 times to be as lucky.
King getting back, McKernan in the box seat. Takes a specky over the top.
Loved that one pretty well.
Look, he's just... the amount of influence he can have on a game is unbelievable, and he just hasn't been grabbing enough to him. You mentioned he's getting his hands to a lot of them.
Yep.
For some reason, he's just not clamping as many as he should.
But the thing was, right from the word tonight, Jason, he actually didn't run under the ball, which I liked.
Yep.
He was getting hands to the ball in front of his eyes. He just wasn't hanging on to him. Simple as that.
He was big early and late last week, and they were the times that the Kangaroos were on top.
Important kick here.
50 metres out.
Yeah, good. Well done.
It's a big goal. He probably casts as big a shadow as anyone in league football when he's on song.
Yep, no doubt about that. Very difficult to match up. You've got the option, do we drop a ruckman type player back on him when he's on fire in the forward line, or do we go with a big backman? And if he's on fire, it's very difficult to work out what the best option is.
Tony Elshaw closest to us with Dennis Pagan. It's been a good patch for the Kangaroos. A Pickett goal help. Geelong were very wasteful early in this quarter.
Hold it off.
Bell out of the centre. And Harley's going to take it unopposed, but he makes a real mess of it and then bangs it back up. Not good play. King, well, he's a very impressive player, isn't he?
For the first part of this quarter, Corey McKernan had been told basically to play on Stephen King.
Clark's high ball.
Ooh, that'll hurt.
Couple of crunches there. Gee, Bell's playing a game. To Pickett. Good kick to Capuano. Getting a run, Capuano. Beaten by King in the first term.
It's a poor kick.
That'll give Harley a bit of confidence.
Oh, he's got Bazell, who's moved away from Byron Pickett, coming out to the wing here. And Mooney further on.
Goes for Mooney.
Now, that's the thing with Byron Pickett. He's going to be worried by somebody who's good overhead, and Clint Bazell isn't good defensively as a forward. He wants to dish off here. He's not real confident with his own kicking, but he does hit them all right, Moons. But Bazell, because he's good overhead, it will worry Byron Pickett. The only thing that Pickett's got to say to himself is, I need support around me, because Bazell can mark the ball overhead. We saw Montgomery really worry Byron Pickett last year.
It's a good kick. It's a goal.
Yeah, he kicks them well. He's got to trust himself.
He's kicked 39 goals in 18 games since he's gone to Geelong. It's a good return. It's a 2 and a bit a game.
Yep. Yeah, I think he's been a fantastic inclusion for them. I mean, they've always carried the tag, whether rightly or wrongly, of the handbagger syndrome. You know, we're a little bit soft down there. That's what everybody suggested. Whether it's true or not, Mooney certainly no one's mentioned that syndrome since Mooney's been there. Tough as nails he is.
Dipper, some problems with the hamstring for Colbert.
No, he's okay, Bruce. So when he came off the ground, he said, "No, boys, I'm all right. Just need a bit of a rub here, and expect him to sit back on the ground soon, boys."
And that's what's kept him out. So
Still
keep
that
watching.
left hamstring, isn't it?
6-1-7-3. That was a real important goal for the Kangas. King, for the Cats, I should say. King, and then King again, but the other King, Bell. What a half a footy he's played.
They've just got to put a hard tag on him.
McKernan pushed out, no free kick. Ben Graham, Scholl.
If he can get up the middle, they're on.
And he worked hard to get it to Clark. Capuano to cut it off.
He needs it.
Goes to
well
Brown.
worked.
Gee, he was lucky, Capuano.
Yeah. Put himself in there, though. At least to win it back, they have to dispossess.
And then David King loads and loads and loads it up and kicks it behind. It's a long kick.
Mensch coming off the ground. And Spriggs on. This will be interesting to see who Wayne calls on. No, Lynch. Look forward to seeing this boy have a bit of fun out there.
I wonder what they'll do with the matchup there. You'll probably find Carey go back to Mooney, Shawley and Archer come on to Lynch.
Well, you wouldn't risk Lynch's hamstrings up the ground too far. Oh, that's a great spot. That's your number one option coming out from full-back. A mark to a big man up the ground. You've got so many possibilities coming forward off there then.
Lazy old kick from King, though, and Mooney and Archer in a wrestle.
Oh, look, I don't know if that one's on. He's not going to initiate the contact, Mooney. He's not going to hang on. He wants both arms free. But they're a lot closer than I am, the umpies.
It's a tantalising matchup, isn't it, Archer and Mooney?
Calthorpe off. They couldn't have any more patience than they've had with him tonight.
McKernan, bit of a helicopter to centre half forward. Capuano's back there. Was clever from the Cats. It came from King to Graham. Now Pickett can be very dangerous in this situation. They've got to take him out almost. Bizzle's done well against Motlop, and also Pickett, Motlop's kick marked on the line by Scarlett.
He's got men on the other side. If he goes that way, turns it across the face.
Scholl doesn't like to waste them, does he? Finds McGrath. Bluey feeds a lot off Scholl, the back.
10-50.
I'll watch down the forward line.
Kingsley just holding him up.
And Mooney's gone to within 20 metres of goal.
Switch has been made. Carey's gone onto him.
Yep. Takes off, makes room behind him.
McGrath went wide to Sanderson. He's still outside 50. Lynch is in the goal square. Short to Steinford, got him. Could kick this. He could kick this. He's 40 metres out. The angle's tightish. Spriggs about to come on. Has come on for the Cats.
Don't know if he's a good set shot. Only 17 goals to his career. Bit to the near, I think.
You really wonder what the Kangaroos are going to do with Stephen King. I mean, he's dominating at the moment. I thought that McKernan actually did a reasonable job when he played on him early part of this quarter, but then they moved McKernan forward and Capuano onto King, and he's dominating again.
Lovely kick by David King to the other King. Carey kicks to Capuano. Neat build-up for the Kangas. Centre half forward the target. McKernan will be the flyer. Nilly had a couple against him. Grant's had a quiet night. That's Shannon. Riccardi back turn was good enough. Harley, got to keep your eye on it there. They did. Steinford to Graham. Now Burns should have the pace. Free kick.
Yep. He read that one coming up. That's as good as the old Peter Dacos handball out in front. Draw the tackle. Just Spriggs coming on at the last couple of minutes. You just sense that Riccardi been rested on a back flank, so to speak. Spriggs coming on just before half-time. They're going to have a pretty fresh midfield for the second half, Geelong.
Sanderson's high ball.
Good contest.
Stonen got rid of a couple. Simpson read it best. Good kick. Carey sets him up. Just kept going a bit for him. Carey's got a chance. Comes away. Long kick, but Scholl will get it.
Important push on him just as he kicked it. King's on the move through there. If Scholl spots him up, he's taken too many bounces.
Should have come in board. Danger.
Too many bounces.
Look at Carey running forward on this side. If they can release the ball, gee, if they win it, they've got a certain goal, the Kangaroos.
Ben Graham was good to hold up Rawlings. McKernan, Riccardi. Gee, Riccardi was excellent on McKernan. The kick to Steinfort with him, Bell. Is Steinfort running with Bell? He may be. Back to Capuano. Capuano brings it in board. They're wanting McKernan again. Well played at the back by Graham. Races on. David King has to take it cleanly. Was brought down by Burns.
She took a dive, a big dive. And there's a bad matchup up forward at the moment. Brad Scholl is picking up Carey, and he is pointing for someone to come and pick him up forward. And otherwise, he's one out on Carey at the moment. They just got to kick it down there quickly.
And you're right, Steinford's got the tag on Peter Bell now.
Clayton, is it going to get to Carey? No. Doesn't get that far. Bell, who's done everything in this quarter, in this half, and now he kicks a goal.
Well, too much latitude by Steinford. Buddha Hocking coming off.
He's playing a magnificent opening half, Bell. He's had 14 possessions and now kicked a goal.
It's quite brilliant, isn't he?
And the Kangaroos have made an attacking move. Carey is staying at centre-half forward.
Well, they probably were wondering when it frees up in the forward line and the sign of Lynch coming on and Blakey can take him. That's the time they were waiting for.
The Cats champion Buddha sitting it out with him Mink, 7-2 to 7-4. Kangas closing, plenty of time still left in the opening half. Capuano good to Bell. Riccardi held on to. Kilpatrick finds some space, still hasn't delivered, then goes with a good kick to Lynch.
He can play this kid.
Quickly on to Spriggs, got him.
A good foot pace, Spriggs. He's one of these kids who look at this new era of football, and the fact he got picked up, forget that he could play, he obviously can play, but even if he couldn't, he had great foot pace and great endurance. He's going to be a player.
I'll tell you what, have a look at David King standing the mark. He's had to come down. He's thrown his arms up and waved about, and he's sort of saying, well, who's on this bloke?
Yeah.
Because he's not my man.
Steinfort, the tag on Bell gets taken from the ground. Corrigan returns. Is that a straight swap? Tag on Bell.
Could this be his first goal in AFL footy? He's kicked it. Not going to be his last, is it?
No, he's got a future, this kid. Big Kingy goes over to him. Pats him on the back of the head. So the centre quartet for the Cats now. Spriggs, Corrigan, Kilpatrick and King. He's done well to bounce up there, Lynch. And plenty of room around centre half forward for Mooney now against Glenn Archer.
Carey down at full forward for the Kangaroos. Bruce, Tim McGrath's got the job on him there.
Well, we've seen that before over the years, haven't we?
I think Timmy's only got one win against him out of about 8 occasions.
So 7-2 to 8-4. So Amy, our court red-handed competition, she's not too far off the mark. A long way to go. She went for the Cats by 11. $10,000 if she gets it right. Out wide, 2 contestants tonight. We've got a Kangaroo man there too.
Problem for the Kangaroos at the moment, I mean, Dennis Pagan has said, well, we need to go out and win this, so he's taken Carey up forward, but they're just not winning enough of the ball as Barry Stoneham takes a spell and Clint Bizzle comes back on. They're just not winning enough of the ball to get it to Carey up forward now.
King pulling away from the centre bounce, or the middle of the field, and he's actually going up forward now.
I'm glad that Stephen King and Peter Bell are on different sides. I mean, that's the only thing keeping the game even. If they were playing on the same side, it would be one-way traffic.
Pretty good crowd here too as I look around. It's really built up. One big patch where there's very few people, but other than that, it would be over 30,000. Kick to centre half forward. Oh, huge fly. Read by Makepeace. And a behind.
Didn't he get the elevation off the second floor there? Tom Harley.
You just get the feeling that he might have been thinking about self-preservation once he got up there. He got launched.
Do you reckon a few blokes have been high on a Harley before? Harley was high there, wasn't it?
Yeah, they go for the safety option from the kick in there.
Scholl's had it a lot, hasn't he? This will be 16 kicks.
You don't want him kicking this ball either. The standard kick up the wing. It's just too easy to pick off.
Against Carey, hand on the shoulder.
Good long lead on the running from Mooney yet.
So Houlihan's kick Bell just flat-footed, and Kilpatrick was a bit unlucky not to get a free kick make-piece. Bell again to Blakey, to Clayton. Corrigan cut it off. Clayton gets a second crack and then runs hard. He does that very well. Kicks to McKernan. Can't quite. McGrath comes across the front. Harvey to Carey. Carey has missed it. In fact, might have missed. No, it's going to be behind.
He's one of the best players I've ever seen underneath the pack, Brent Harvey. His ability to accelerate quickly over a couple of yards and stop just as quickly to change direction is amazing.
Graham out wide. Good kick. He's been able to get it well outside 50 to Scarlett. And Scarlett kicks along the line to Houlihan. So the Cats have got it to centre wing here.
He's running Pickett around at the moment.
They've got players on further afield.
Burns now. Corrigan's on. Little one to Corrigan. Got him. Lynch is loose, but it's going to be hard to get into him now. He'll have to go back. So Kangas haven't touched it, and they've got it to within 50.
As long as you get that first one out from full back, that shot from behind the goals, we showed the 50-metre. If you can get it solidly to a teammate outside 50 who can play on, you're virtually guaranteed of a score at the other end.
Corrigan hasn't been a goal kicker over the years. He's a bit far out, you'd think.
That's a great kick.
It's a chance. McCartney belts it through from behind.
Let's see if the Roos can do it from this end. Byron Pickett to kick in. Doesn't mind a tap on the boot and a play on either.
8-5, 7-4. Good half a footy, hasn't it?
Now, that is a great kick. He's marked that halfway up towards the wing.
Scholl just fills the spot. Lang the target. McKernan running against the flow. Capuano. Good tackle again by Ben Graham. Scholl, clever to Clark.
20 possessions for him, Scholl. Some half a footy in the back pocket.
Sanderson to Mooney.
Made a lot of space behind him here, Moons. You need somebody big from full forward to come up and supply a lead. He's so far up the ground.
Bizzle. Pickett. Clayton. Bangs it back on as far as Sanderson.
Oh, Houlihan's on the run through in the forward line.
It's a good kick. He's got him. Can go on. Decides not to. Must fancy himself from there.
And that's fair play there. Well done by young Houlihan. He's made sure that Byron Pickett didn't creep that extra metre. And when you kick from 50, if your foot is outside 50, compared to, there he is on the run through, he read that pretty early there. If your foot is 1 centimetre outside 50, the percentage of kicks that score goals compared to the foot being just fractionally inside 50 on the set shot is enormous. So he's made sure that Pickett didn't importantly pinch that last metre on him.
Averages a goal a match for the Cats.
Close.
Got too close, didn't he, for the man on the mark.
Way close.
Burns quick. Still Burns. He hasn't fallen over. That's important. Archer with him. Burns tries to get it back. Rawlings was very good. Blakey. Spriggs versus McKernan. McKernan's taken a good one, as you'd expect he would in that situation.
He just tailed off then, Benny Graham. He let him run to the ball.
Takes a bounce confidently, and then is able to bang it to Carey. McGrath front spot. Scholl, who's been very good. Just a high tackle. Gee, he was confident there, Scholl, wasn't he? 21 kicks. Possessions, I should say. 21 possessions.
He really doesn't have an opponent.
Sloppy tackle from Ken Kingsley. He really had nowhere to go, Brad Scholl.
That's what's in front of Scholl. 17th kick coming up.
He's got a kick down the line here, which is, oh, look, that's a clever kick. Well done. If it comes off, well and good. Didn't work, but they had to have a go at it. Everything that they were set up. The tall timber was out on the wing with Corey.
Tell you what Geelong have done, they've carried on very well their efficiency inside 50, 29 times to the match to the Kangaroos 35.
So half forward for the Kangas. McKernan good to King to Simpson. At 50 metres, Simpson gives it a big old hook and scores a behind.
That is the perfect description there. A big old hook, that one. He was never running at the goal. He could have been running straight at it. He ran out to the centre of the ground and tried to pull it back, but even too far.
Oh, Carey's got caught out here on McGrath, but the ball's been changed over down at the square and no quick kick came in. They're going man-on-man, the Kangaroos, which is an interesting tactic from the kick-out. Very, very difficult to stop your opponent getting it out cleanly when you go man-on-man.
Spriggs, he's the little fella who's got pace.
Houlihan's the target. It's a good kick. He's got him.
He just tailed off here. Arch, he was running up behind him. Lynch is on the move through the middle. And there ain't much forward of him. They've got to go sideways now.
Melbourne strolls along, and then high. Kangaroos have got numbers. Pike front spot, McCartney at the back. Bit of a wasted kick by Melbourne, to be honest. Wide to Capuano. Carey down the line. It's a good reply here from the Kangaroos. Takes a bounce confidently. Then a little kick inside. Not long to go in this term. They don't know that. It's about 20 seconds remaining in the half. Shannon Grant goes to King. Now King's capable here. Good kick to Clayton.
Touch and go.
No free kick. Bluey's searching for it. Finds it out wide. There won't be any score. It'll be half-time, and the Cats will lead by a goal.
He's had a good last 5 minutes, Corrigan, on Peter Bell. Bell was doing all the damage for the Roos, and Capuano had a little bit of a reasonable reply to the dominance of Stephen King in that quarter.
Clayton wanting a free kick there.
I tell you what, Bruce, you picked up that David King saw him running back, and the direction of the kick was good, but he needed to put a bit of penetration on it. He chipped it, which allowed the Geelong players to come back.
It took too long.
You had to flatten that one in there.
One of those where you want it to come down and you just can't make it come down any quicker.
I wonder if Colbert will be able to come back after half-time. That's going to be one of the big questions. Butter's going to have to lift. Cats a goal up. It's been a good game. Dermot and Jason after this.
Sitting here in my room.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, 1 and 2.
Thanks, Davey.
Okay.
What are the...
what was that last bit? Okay.
I can, David. I'm just copying off Dermot's, mate. That's all right.
Gotcha. Gotcha there, buddy. Welcome back to Friday Night Football. Tom Harley going upwards towards the heavens. Here at Colonial Stadium, half-time, we find the Kangaroos. 8-5-53 lead the Kangaroos by 1 goal, 7-5-47. Welcome back here to Colonial Stadium. And Jason Dunstall joins me now. We've had a pretty entertaining first half, Jason. Some pretty big stats and some pretty big highlights. We've got Scholl finding plenty of the ball down the back. But in the first half, Ronnie Burns, well, he took him on, didn't he?
He certainly is an electric player. I mean, when he gets a sniff of an opportunity, he is a real live wire. And this one, some great work by the Geelong forwards to keep the ball in their attacking zone. And in the end, Ronnie made something out of nothing.
Big King there, playing in the ruck. He's been superb.
Well, he's best man on the ground as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's been absolutely sensational. Not only winning the ball out of the middle, he's been roving his own taps and kicking banana goals.
Plenty of takeaways there, but also one thing that threw the Geelong Brains Trust out, Wayne Carey, centre-half back.
Yeah, well, he started very well at centre-half back, and whilst he dominated early, in the end they decided they had to move him forward. And he hasn't received much of the ball up forward, but he certainly had plenty of it when he was down back. Probably the best man on the ground in the first quarter.
Gets plenty of the ball there, and he's ended up going forward. Gets another win here, follows it up pretty well. 15 possessions for the Duck till half-time. And also Byron Pickett, he's been fantastic. You never do anything but admire the way he goes about his footy.
Oh, look, one of the great things about Byron is the way that he smothers the ball. I mean, have a look at this. This is just attacking the man that's kicking it, head right down over there, no fear whatsoever. And what it does is it creates opportunities for your teammates. Here he comes in again. This time he just, instead of going the hip and shoulder, he finds the ball running free, picks it up, unloads from 50, kicks a great goal.
Found a bit out of that, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Look, they don't have as much of the ball as they'd like to at the moment. They're not utilising it as well as Geelong, but they're hanging in there, the Kangaroos.
A bloke who came from the same state as you, Clint Bizzell, came on in the second quarter, Jace.
Look, he's a pretty handy player. He's kicked a couple of goals. He can take the high-flying mark. They've likened his potential to that of Gary Ablett. So that says a fair bit about the amount of talent that he must have.
2 goals.
If he gets a bit more of it, could be good signs for Geelong.
A goal each quarter. Now, you mentioned Stephen King's been exceptional for the Roos. Peter Bell?
Yeah, well, Peter Bell's been in and under everything, and he's even got his name on the score sheet. I mean, as well as picking up a number of possessions, actual fact, I think he had 16 possessions in the first half. He's managed to find a goal for himself as well.
Let's take a look at the match statistics at half-time. The Roos just a little bit behind on the kicks. Handballs, 38-50. No real major discrepancy there, which I suppose it's reflected in the scoreboard. Only a goal the difference, Jason.
Yeah, just a greater effectiveness inside 50, I think, for the Cats. Only 30 times in for the 8 goals, and the Kangaroos have gone in 37 times for 6. So 1 in 6 goals for the Kangaroos, 1 in 4 for Geelong.
As we go to the break, let's take a look at our Mitre 10 competition.
Mitre 10 out of 10.
Last Friday night, we asked you just what Alan Jakovich was going to do after kicking a goal back in 1993. Well, brotherly love, that's what happened next.
He's given it a barrel. He's given it a big one. It's a ride. It's a goal. A beautiful kick. He salutes the crowd, kisses his brother, and levels the scores.
A big smooch for the bro and a big well done to our winner. $2,000 worth of Mitre 10 goodies and a Club 10 autographed football, plus a chance at the major prize, a trip to the UK for 2 for the AFL tour in October with $3,000 spending money. See you next Friday when we ask, what happens next?
Seven Sport. Hope you...
Sam. For 10.98, 7.65. So welcome back. Half-time here at Colonial Stadium, and the Kangaroos trail the Cats by a goal, 7-5 to 8-5. Colbert's got a couple. Burl and Harvey, 16 possessions for the Kangaroos and 21 possessions for Shoal in the opening half for the Cats. So the Cats by 1 goal here. There's been so much in a political nature talked about over the last couple of weeks. It's easy to forget why we love this game so much, but it is the great players, the great matches, the great clubs and the great play.
If I was beautiful like you, all the things I would do, those not so blessed will be crying out murder, and I just laugh and get away with it too, like you do. If I was beautiful like you, I would never be a fault. Walk in the rain between the raindrops, bringing traffic to a halt. But that will never be. That will never be. 'Cause I'm not beautiful like you. I'm not beautiful like you. I'm not beautiful like you. I'm beautiful like me. I'm beautiful like me.
Yes, the heart of the game. We were lucky enough to have a lot of talented people here at 7 behind the scenes, and Stewie Wilson, who put that together, is one of them. Looking at what's coming ahead on Sunday, round the ground, or Saturday I should start with, Around the Grounds, hosted by Craig Hutchison and Barry Stoneham at 5 o'clock, and David Smorgan's address from his pre-game luncheon will be a feature. Sunday at 11 a.m. with Rex. This week's panel features Nick Holland, Rowan Smith, David King, Buddha and the Big Dipper, of course. That's the footy panel. And then Talking Footy on Monday night, Damien Drum is our special guest, and Jared, Malcolm and Mike along on the couch Monday night at 10:30. Used to be about my favourite show, but this one is now Sports World on Sundays.
He's the stirrer of Sports World, the ratbag of rugby league, a power player in Australian sport and a neighbour of David Parkin. But this Sunday on Sports World we'll tell you why Roy Masters' heart is in marvellous Melbourne.
The thing I've always found very intriguing about Roy is the fact that he can quote great reams of Shakespeare and Coleridge and Yeats and Byron, and I love that. It's very romantic.
7 Sport hope you're enjoying this match as part of the Coca-Cola AFL Premiership Season 2000.
Half-time of Colonial, Cats by a goal over the Kangaroos. They were 50% last year when they led at half-time, the Cats. 5 wins, 5 losses. So they could get beaten after having a little half-time lead, but they're going pretty well at the moment. Dipper and Hutto have been down in the rooms, and Hutto with the Cats and Dipper with the Kangaroos.
Yeah, in the Geelong rooms, they're pretty calm and focused. The biggest drama was they left the stats up in the box and they had to race back and get them. The other thing I noticed was they keep wetting the floor down there. It's pretty slippery, so the players, as I said, pretty calm, and there are no major injury worries.
We need the stats, don't we, Hutto? There's no doubt about that. In the Kangaroos, well, the main question is Lee Colbert going to start off in the second half on the ground? Yes, he is, Bruce, and they just took him off, just a precaution, because he obviously hasn't played a lot of football. But it's a very tight game, and just looking forward to the second half.
Thanks, Dipper. We'll have those red-handed contestants in just a moment, so Colbert looks like he's going to start here.
That's very important for the Kangaroos. They just need a couple more goal-kicking options, and it's interesting to see that between David Calthorpe and Winston Abraham, they've had the grand total of 1 handball.
Yeah, and they've been big goal kickers for them in the first couple of weeks of the season, 11 between them. How are our red-handed competitors going, Dipper?
They're going all right. Come on, guys. Come on. I know it's a close game. Amy, 11 points. Pretty good game so far.
Yeah, it is.
And who's your favourite player, Geelong?
Spriggs or Graham.
Yeah. Can you win it, you reckon?
Yep, they can.
Well, I hope you do. Now, Bruce, we reckon the Kangaroos can get back?
We're not out of it. Like, it's only 2 more kicks. We're in front, 2 goals, another goal, and I've got me 14 points.
Well, good luck to you guys.
Good on you. Thanks, Dipper. So good luck to both of them. I reckon Spriggs might be not just Amy's favourite down there, don't you?
He might have a bit of a growing fan club, I think.
Yeah, it won't really matter for the first few weeks if he doesn't even touch the ball with that certain age group of female fans. Yeah, good-looking kid.
Well, a big quarter, isn't it, the old third quarter? Cats have had terrific third quarters this year. They've outscored the opposition 14 goals to 7. They've won each of the third quarters they've played in. There's David Spriggs, Norwich Rising Star nominee in round number 2.
Looks like Steinfurt's going back into the middle, and that you would assume, even though he's standing away from Peterbilt, that he will run around behind him.
And Carey has started at centre-half back on Mooney for the second half. Lynch to Kilpatrick to Steinfurt. Had a bit of it in the first half. Up and under a bit to half forward. Houlihan got caught underneath it. Ricocheted off Pickett. Mooney strong enough to Hocking. Hocking belts it back to within about 30 metres. Burns was in the box seat. Can't quite break a line, but was clever to Houlihan. Off the side. McCartney mentioned Stoneham getting back. The two Cats spoiled each other in the end, but they made the contest. Blakey comes away. Kicks to Carey.
McKernan's got to be the long target. He's making space behind him as Carey bounces the ball and comes up the field. And there's that space. Harvey fills in.
Back to Carey.
Not much ahead.
Had to bang, didn't he? Hoping Colbert's worked hard and won it.
Gee, that was good use of the body from Lee Colbert there. There was just they were leading at about 75% of their full pace, and Tom Harley was feeling for Colbert. He just brushed past him and accelerated. And it was, look, a good, quick, long kick. That's the way you play the game. And if the forward's in front, he's going to have the chance. And you could just see him. He just accelerated past Harley.
He was looking. Harley was looking for the contact instead of worrying about the ball through the air. I reckon he squeezed that one for a point.
Did not look a pretty kick. There didn't appear to be much follow-through at all on that ball.
I'd have to say, though, you'd look at that with Tom Harley on the last line and you'd say, whatever we do, let's try and get Harley on the back line there, because he doesn't watch the ball through the air, which is a big fault. They're bunching out, 2 bunches, you've called it earlier, Jason. They break and they'll go for the speedsters out wide.
Lynch gets it from Graham. That's what's in front of him.
Mooney coming up, supplying the lead, dragging Carey, who's wound back down to centre-half back. And there you go. They kick it over Carey's head. He's just pulling him out of the traffic.
Blakey underneath. Archer was there. Steinfurt. Good tackle, Grant. But he didn't hold him up, and Bench was able to push forward. Chance here for Buddha. Houlihan tried to lay it down. Hocking.
Oh, he ducked.
He's gone.
He ducked.
Yep. He's ducked a couple of times tonight. He got one earlier on that he was probably a little bit lucky to get, but this time he's been pinged.
That's a sign of a bloke who doesn't have confidence in his own ability to run away with pace. Here we go.
Just see him. Yeah, he saw it coming and he ducked. Still, look,
crude tackle,
there is high contact when it happens, but they're just penalising the player for ducking now.
They'll have to make it up one way or the other, and he definitely ducked. Arch with the ball now. Measures a pass to the centre wing. He's come up twice now. He's going to play up the ground a bit, Harvey.
Short. Grant's had a quiet night, hasn't he?
Yep, he's only had the 4 touches, so he needs to get into the game as well.
Staggered his lead here, Colbert, but he's done Harley on the takeaway again.
Wobbly kick, McKernan. Goes back to McCartney. It wasn't a great handball because he had to go backwards. Back to McKernan. Then finds a bit of space cleverly and then goes to full forward, but King's back there. He was outstanding in the first half, particularly in the first quarter. Steinfort.
He's bottled up. And he'll be praying this one makes the white stuff.
never looks pretty, but there is nothing wrong with finding the boundary. Any coach will accept that if he looks up and he has nothing on, rather than kick it to a 50-50 back in the centre corridor, play the boundary, reset things up and go again.
Just wonder about Abraham's fitness, don't you? He's on the interchange, hardly touched it. Rawlings, a bit of an up and under to about 20 metres. McKernan, Graham, Harley belts at the back. Pushing, it was by McGrath. It was really clever, wasn't it? Harley searching for it, in trouble, straight to the line, boundary throwing. Couldn't have really been pinged there.
He just looks a little bit unsure, close to goals, Tom Harley. I just think he probably feels a little bit more comfortable. Good option here by Timmy McGrath. Yep. He knew he would have been tackled had he taken it, just got it out of that hot corridor area.
Graham and McKernan, both McKernan misjudged it and Graham.
Good hands.
That was from Lang to Harvey, who's a goal kicker. That's great footy.
That was just, the hand pass only travelled about, I reckon the total distance of that hand pass covered was 2 feet. He's been very good the way he approaches the ball, Adam Lang. He attacks it with every bit of aggression in his body, and it was just a quick little handball. This is a great angle to have a look at it from. He attacks the ball, and have a look how far that travels. Finished off beautifully by Harvey.
He's done well to work himself under it on that occasion, Corey McKernan. Got the ball out into the corridor behind him. And the run through. Bazell on.
McKernan into the ruck. Capuano to the forward line. Harvey's kick 2 for the Kangaroos. They're back in front. Haven't been there for a little while. Steinfort.
That had to be. It was just a...
Oh, he's given him the drop there. The umpire's not going to like that, but good umpiring.
It was a half-hearted attempt to punch the ball forward. He was having one air swing after another.
So Carey off Bell, and then he goes long, but not a good kick. Graham's got it. So one captain to the other.
If he changes direction, now he's got Houlihan lurking out on the flank, and they can run it forward.
Mooney's ducked back on Carey here if they can kick it long enough.
He'll do all right here, though, Carey.
Got to the front, and Archer ran very hard to help him.
See, that's great play by Glenn Archer. He's picking up David Mensch. And very early when he saw the kick go high to a one-on-one between Mooney and Carey, he took off from 30 yards away to get the numbers to the contest and made it a 2-on-1.
Just had a look at Winnie Abraham on the bench there. Not a beat of sweat on him, hasn't had much to do. Heavy work in the ruck there. Well done by Mooney, got it forward.
Clubbed it forward, didn't he? Mensch, Lynch, that'll stretch his hamstrings. And Lynch, as he snuck it in, missed the lot. So the Kangas still lead by a point.
This is where the Geelong team has to bottle it up so he kicks over the mark. He does, and he spots up Archer. Yeah, good, well done.
Carey just held Mooney up a bit too at the back.
Good play.
Archer at half back. Kicks to centre wing. Capuano, big fly. Blakey snared it, then kicks about a 35-metre kick. Bizzle was good. Sanderson running. Plays that sweeping role quite a bit, Sanderson. Kick to centre half forward. Mooney. Kilpatrick belts forward to Stoneham. To Burns. To Kilpatrick. But King's pace was important. Very well played. But the kick straight to Lynch. Lynch has got one on. It's Houlihan. He's busy, Houlihan, isn't he?
Yep. Actually, his skills have let him down. For how good he is by foot normally, I reckon his skills have let him down a bit tonight.
So Houlihan short and
Once again.
There you go. Is this you talk about that quiet moments after half-time. Is this one of them, do you think?
Yeah, it just seems like the heat's gone out of Geelong for a little bit. And the Roos are just playing their footy at the moment. Turn it over, try and get it to the side where they can dictate play. Carey's forced to play on.
Gets Pike.
Even though they've had a few possessions here, it's not a bad spot to be with a set kick 30 metres out up the middle of the ground.
McKernan worked underneath it by King. Blakey. King put the tackle on. Riccardi needs a big second half. Riccardi was quieter in the second. Bizzle. Handball was good. Sanderson.
Oh, in the square.
Goes to the pocket.
Mooney in space.
Got him. Left footer, tight
look,
pocket.
He does swing his kicks. For a left footer, he swings them from right to left, so he actually won't like being on this side too much.
Goes short and finds Melbourne. Still not an easy kick for Melbourne, is it?
No, he gets bottled up when he kicks. He runs straight at the target. Does have a little bit of hook foot. He gets bottled all up in his kicking action. He'll be looking to dish off too. Kilpatrick coming off. Spriggs on.
Well, Melbourne now committed to having a shot.
Yeah, good ball.
Well, he's kicked it beautifully, hasn't
Well
he? They're in front again now, the Cats.
He just gave himself that margin for error and gave a little bit of a hook foot.
I'll tell you what, it's not what you would call a classic run-up when he kicks. He ran at the right point post then, because he does, as you said, Dermot, he just, have a look if you can. Well, it's good work by Clint Bizzle. He just shook off the tackle from Brent Harvey, and then Sanderson found him a little bit wider than he probably wanted, Jason Mooney, and in the end he chipped it inside to Darren Milburn. But he ran directly at the right-hand point post and just hooked it across his body.
The Sanderson kick into the forward line. If that was golf, that wasn't on the fairway, that one.
9-5-8-6. Find some good things in the rough sometimes, Dermot.
Oh, absolutely. A clear lie.
Spriggs little kick. Carey off the ground. Spriggs running hard. Has just come back onto the ground and gets through with some pace and then takes Bell on. Little left footer's good. Well, Burns chopped off what was Houlihan's, and then Houlihan's under the gun. Archer, Pickett. Those exquisite skills to Clayton. Clayton away, down the line, Grant, McKernan at the back. Sanderson was very good to make the contest. McKernan's big body took him out. Well done, Sanderson. Well played. Misses Riccardi. Spriggs onto it. Then goes bang hard and high. Houlihan front spot. A pretty good stretch. Stoneham involved at the back. Misses Flick.
That's a brilliant interception.
What a player he is at times. He is wonderful to watch.
And great vision too to find Carey.
Cowthorpe wants it. He goes wide, Carey for Cowthorpe. He's had a very quiet night, gets a cruel bounce. Scholes handball to Bizzle. Back to Graham, squeezed up a bit. Harley, high tackle.
Spriggs is going to be important this quarter. He's broken through the lines twice when he's won the ball and taken on the tackler. There we go.
High tackle.
Lazy tackle.
Wasted opportunity for the Kangaroos. Carey's left foot, normally pretty good. Really was a poor kick, didn't give Cowthorpe much chance at all.
Harley from half-back to centre wing. McCartney running hard. Stoneham with him. Steinford versus Carey. King, that's David, to Bell. Well played. Bell runs hard and then kicks to full forward. Stretch from the front, Capuano. Harley under pressure. Ball still to be won here. Graham was clever. Scholl. Harley, good shepherd.
Oh, Ronnie's on.
Burns to King. Gee, they're roaring here. King to Houlihan. McGrath's run hard. Bluey has. Houlihan's handball to McGrath. Spriggs is inside. Bluey can go all the way. A bounce. Then loads them up. Makes a meal of it to the pocket. And out of play, right forward pocket.
I reckon that was a classic case of a bloke that had worked very hard to run a long way to cover the ground that he had to, and had run out of energy, and he barely made the distance, and it was just a little bit of a tired kick, but it was great running from down back by McGrath.
Mooney and Carey. Archer slung off it a bit. Burns sits, waits. Over the top to Spriggs. He's already kicked one. He's got a chance. Spriggs from the pocket. No, they're wasteful. Minks good mark.
Oh, he's got men inside.
Steinford got him. That's a terrific mark, Steinford. Bill did everything to stop him.
That's what they need to do with Peter Bell. I mean, he showed that he can't be tagged out of it tonight. And they have to exploit the man who sits in behind play on him and is willing to take it like that.
This would be a pretty handy goal for the Cats. If he can kick it, he hasn't.
Hit the post.
Always starting right, and it was bending back, but never enough. But I thought David Spriggs had a good opportunity to score, and probably a wasted kick, and they made a pretty good opportunity out of nothing there, the Cats.
Goal the difference. Did you ever run as far as Brewery McGrath in your life, Jason? That he did on
Over the season, I did, Bruce.
And the warm-up laps.
I was just wondering if you were speaking from experience. Simpson's kick.
He's lost that in the lights there.
Bizzle. Harvey out of play right in front of our commentary box. I've got to tell you, it's a good box here. Sorry, Jay. Dipper.
It's just a lack of talk there. Two Geelong players were just watching the ball. No play nominated each other.
Is it a good atmosphere down there, Dip?
Yeah, great atmosphere. I mean, the crowd's having 50-50 each way. They just waiting at one side to break away.
Bizzle, a bit high. Hocking, he's had a quiet night. Lifted in the second for a bit.
And we saw Byron Pickett on the phone a moment ago, probably getting a distinct message from Dennis Pagan. He's now stripped off the tracksuit top and getting ready to come on.
Top left-hand side of screen.
Abraham, sorry, mate. Winston Abraham it was, Jason.
Top left-hand side of screen. Just snuck out Scholl and Calthorpe. Spriggs once again takes it away with pace. Scholl and Calthorpe, they're into each other. Calthorpe's trying to make it. He is dangerous in a position there.
So Winston Abraham on for Capuano. So difference in balance. Oh, Archer.
Good acceleration from McKernan too.
Still going. It's a centre half forward. Can Winnie get involved at the start? Graham almost took the mark. McGrath. Motlop, well done. Bell almost got hold of it. They want to get it out the Cats. Hocking did. Well played to Sanderson. Sanderson, Pike, read it best against Burns. Kangaroos mounting a challenge here. Wide to Harvey. He'll run on, you'd think, but he has to now. Spriggs can't take him on. He's kicked 2, Harvey. It's coming back. He's kicked 3 and scores a level.
He's kicked a couple of important goals now in this quarter, Brent Harvey, because the Kangaroos really don't appear to have a clear winning forward. And as a result, they need their on-ballers and midfielders to kick a large percentage of their goals, and Brent Harvey has certainly answered the challenge. Wasn't a great kick coming from Martin Pike. He probably could have found him a little bit easier and he could have had a set shot, but in the end he broke the tackle very well and finished it off beautifully.
The Bomber Thompson.
Mentioned the ruck now. King needing a breather. He's been superb all night. McKernan to face him. They'd just be looking for a break even here.
McKernan.
They're not going to get it.
Grant Riccardi. Riccardi works to the front. Scholl off the ground. King runs hard. Good take, King. And then the left foot. McGrath probably held on to there by Lang. Lang's been good. And McGrath works it to the line.
Can't ping it.
Oh, you can't ping it for that.
Umpire.
That was a late decision, that one.
Delayed reaction, wasn't it? By the field umpire. Lang. Right to the tip of the goal square. McKernan was held on to, and then Scholl belts it through.
He's come good against Scholl this year, hasn't he? On screen there, he really was at the crossroads last year. He played all his good footy, and it was behind him, most people thought. But he's struck back. 24 possessions to him, and an important tap out of play there. That's a kick and a half clearing, isn't it? That helps
wrong
when you
to be able to kick it that far.
Yeah, that's playing with a different footy.
That's a dangerous kick with Pickett at the back. Spriggs and Pickett.
Tackle.
That's a baller.
Well, that's the right decision, but it's also a brilliant tackle. He has grabbed him by the arms, the ball, the entire body, and just crushed him to the ground.
What do you reckon young Spriggs said to himself when he looked up and saw a very dark-skinned figure in a Kangaroos jumper running at him then? I think he reckons he got out of jail there.
He probably thought it was, I hope it's Winnie and not Byron.
Yeah, absolutely.
Centre wing.
Good contest.
Ooh, Bell was in hard with the boot, but play on. Riccardi, Pickett quick. Simpson forced to kick with the right. I think the free kick to Pickett, the advantage is paid.
That's an effective kick by Simpson.
Pike, centre wing, loads it up to McKernan's going to be the target. Winnie! Oh! Nearly. Big fly. Graham. Abraham chases hard. Good kick, Graham, to Riccardi.
Now, this bloke hasn't been disappointing, Riccardi, but he has to get more of it now. He has to step up his workload. Lynch with the ball, who's working up the ground now. Barry needs to find hands on the ball, at least bring the ball to ground. He's gone out of it a bit since the first 20 minutes. Good.
Houlihan can go on here. He should go on and kick a goal. Don't get too close to Carey. Runs in a bit and puts it through.
He does have good foot skills, this kid.
Well, they had the numbers there. In the end, it was a 3-on-1. Houlihan had the ball. He had mentioned support. And when Carey came out to attack Houlihan with the ball, Mooney was then free in the pocket. So, gee, they had numbers. Have a look at Barry Sam. He gets up. Again, he kicks to the open side. And there is just no Kangaroo players in sight. He's got support from Mensch. You can see Mooney bottom right on his own. He didn't need him. Finished it off very well.
Dipper Bradshaw.
Yeah, you mentioned Brad Scholl before. I mean, his form tonight's been terrific. Last year he was a full-time footballer. this year's back work in the hospital, and they say down in Geelong, he's been doing terrific work around the club, not waiting around for training. So good to see him get a few kicks tonight.
Time to enjoy it again. Mooney on the run through here.
Leaders changed hands on 9 occasions in this match.
Well, that's the kind of thing with Buddha you take him off for. Trying to stage and act a free kick. That's frustrating because he's so good and so hard when he decides I'm going to win it, and I don't care who scrags me, who does anything to me. And he's taken his own feet away there. You send the runner out to let him know about that.
McGrath to Mooney, too quick to Riccardi, trying to do the team thing. Riccardi's handball inboard. Oh, Hocking was hard on Archer. Archer's free kick.
Yeah, look, had to go at him. I reckon there's a small moral win there.
Clayton, well, you know that Archer's not going to shirk any task, is he?
No, but it's more for the teammates in the forward line to know that Archer's going to be taken on physically.
Spriggs.
Jeez, he's getting plenty of it. I think that's 8 touches
Lynch
to the
through
quarter. Spriggs.
And the umpire's in a good position. It's a poor play by Lynch.
Lynch is playing on the flank, but virtually playing as a pseudo-winger.
They're lining up out here.
Yep.
Shannon Grant, just outside 50.
You'd probably rather Abraham took the mark there because he would have been in range.
He's only had 5 possessions, so you sense that not much air time today, ground time. He'd be saying to himself, well, I've only got 5 possessions. If I do something, it's got to be good. I've got to put it lace out, or more than likely, I've got to carry the distance. Well, he's going back for the Michael Holding run-up here, so probably fancies himself to get the journey.
I think he's looking for a pass.
The eyes are giving it away like that, aren't they? He'll set it up at the end of the goal square. Yep.
And then goes to the front. Abraham underneath, held his ground. Spriggs, Bell, good tackle though. Harvey's a little up and under. Abraham winning, terrific tackle, Steinford, and again a great tackle. Big play catch, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
A superb tackle because he was in full flight, Winston Abraham, and he just ran him down, ball and all.
That could be a turning point. That could be a real sign, that one. Led from the front by one of the younger brigade there.
Minch has had a reasonably quiet night. Mooney almost outmarks Carey. Carey has a second crack. Burns almost takes it away. Carey's had 7 possessions in this term, but at 43% efficiency. A lot of them have been rushed.
Yeah, a few of them have been on his left foot where he hasn't been quite as efficient, and he's starting to look a little bit tired as well. He's covered a bit of ground down there.
Well, Mooney just runs him up to the wings all the time, doesn't he? And he had a bit of a chop out when Carey was doing all of it, with Mensch doing half the work on that scale.
Blakey got down low. Handball to Clayton and back to Blakey. There were 2 average old handballs, to be truthful, and put themselves under the gun to Mensch. That's a half hour Lynch. Not a good option by Mensch. The kick was poor. The kick by Harvey to Abraham. Breaks the line. He's a 50% chance from here. Oh. He is a beauty. He is a beauty.
That is just an amazing piece of play. There's probably half a dozen players in the competition.
That was Jarman-esque, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's half a dozen players in the competition that have extra range on their kicks.
Here's the
You've
turnover.
got Rocker and Buckley at Collingwood. Winston Abraham, it's his first kick for the night. But have a look at this. He shrugged off the tackle easily from outside 50.
And doesn't overkick it.
And it's gone over the fence.
Does
it's
not
gone
overkick
65 metres.
Leaders changed hand 10 times tonight. No shootout tonight with the Kangaroos. 10-10 just before 3/4 time. But what a good game we've got here. Steinford around the body to half forward. Grant and Riccardi. Riccardi pushing forward here. Grant, little toe poking off the ground. Clayton, his running has been important. And then held up there, Grant. Taken by Simpson, not quite. Steinford. Cats have numbers. Buddha, important or poor kick, poor handball by Buddha. He has been costly tonight. Bell's little kick, terrific chase down by Melbourne. King, clever, well done, King, terrific stuff. And then bangs to McKernan, Lang, I should say. He's a good kid, Lang.
Well, David King was just inspirational up on the flank there.
Didn't panic.
Oh, he didn't. He could see the Geelong defence coming at him. The first opponent, he just flicks the ball back inside. He knew Ben Graham's momentum would take him past him that way. And then he saw Spriggs coming in again. He just picked it up clean as the whistle stepped inside him, then kicked it long. And Lang, he held McGrath under the ball, took a strong mark, just needs to finish with a goal.
Spriggs will have to learn from that. No matter how quick you are, there are times when you don't utilise it and just bottle the opponent up. Don't charge him.
It's been an important player, Lang.
Oh.
I think he's got it.
Yep.
It's a goal.
Well, it's unfortunate for the Cats here because the kids are leading the way in tackling ethics. They're really working hard. Milburn's tackle on the wing. We also had Steinford.
Just have a look at this play from David King, though. This is just sheer skill. You can't teach that sort of thing.
Yep.
That's just awareness of what's around you.
He's got a strong body, this kid, hasn't he?
It's impressive the way he attacks the pill.
Yep.
Wasn't too pretty, the kick, but he snuck it in.
He's 21 years of age. There's King. 21 years of age, Lang, playing his 9th game. There's a bit to work on here, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like bringing a racehorse to the Melbourne Cup for his first run at 5 years of age, that one.
Gee, they're normally outsiders, aren't they? But he looks a good...
But they're mature. They're mature when they get to the table.
From Stoneham.
They've fallen down as they've gone up forward now, the Cats.
Grant working hard.
Now, that is no consistency whatsoever by the umpires. Buddha-hocking off.
You just get the feeling that Geelong's style of play has changed a little bit. I mean, they were playing a very direct brand of football. This quarter, they're overdoing the handball.
They had a chance to make a few more this quarter too, didn't they? Well done by King again. Need a contest here.
To Houlihan, Steinford says he'll be pushed out. Bad bounce for King. Burns didn't take possession, was very clever.
Go on.
Was the ankle tap then?
Riccardi, Steinford, Pickett terrific. Steinford good. A contest flung out. Pike, well done. Kangaroos are going very well just for the moment. It's been a wonderful contest all night. Calthorpe to the line.
There's a good touch from Calthorpe because they were outnumbered on the wing, and there's a little bit happening there. Brad Scholl letting him know he's still about.
But they're not done, the Cats, though, even though they've been a little bit taken to the ball this quarter. King is recuperating and in the forward pocket, and they're going to get good drive out of him in the last quarter.
Mention McKernan. Blakey just pushing forward. Abraham.
Clean pick-up.
Yep.
Bit of confidence after that last goal.
A floater to half forward. Harvey's pretty good in this situation because of his pace. Clever player. Abraham. Winnie. Still with Winnie. He's on the left. Kicks to the front of the square. At the back was Clayton. Kingsley at the front. Bell's been a terrier all night. He'll take them on to Colbert. Gets it back. Kick coming from Kingsley.
Had much more time than he thought, and he put the ball across his body like a snap kick under pressure. He had time to kick a drop punt then.
They had the numbers. They were queuing up to have a shot, and he got caught in between straightening up and kicking the drop punt or actually kicking it around his pocket, as we see Carl Steinford coming off the ground.
That's for tiredness. He's had a real go this quarter.
Just talking about overusing the handball this quarter, the Cats have had 31 handballs to the Kangaroos 16, twice as many.
Big match of Corrigan getting it from Graham.
Straight onto the ground.
To half forward to Stoneham. Carey had him wrapped up. Pickett's had a good quarter. Bangs it. Bell, what a game he's playing. They've had 44 possessions between them. Bell and Harvey. Gives to Abraham. Colbert on a lead. Got him. Not paid. Sanderson. King might fancy himself here. Sanderson's in trouble.
He'll go this one.
Got him again.
Good decision.
He was a bit unlucky, Sanderson, because he slipped and he knew he wasn't going to be able to recover in time, so he had to switch. You see the legs go. Now he says, if I don't get rid of the ball, he's going to pick it up anyway, so what do I do?
Kingy didn't leave it to the umpires.
He made sure it was known.
Did he? And why would you?
He's in a bit of form, King, isn't he? I mean, his match last week. Look at the posies again tonight.
Colbert had an opportunity, probably should have taken the mark. The kick from Winston Abraham was magnificent. He is really coming to the game in the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Kicked 5 goals last week, King. A couple of them in the final term when they needed them. Kick right to the square. McKernan!
This is a great mark because he got caught out of position and it looked like he was going to come in and take the sit. And in the end, he was almost underneath it to the side. He reached out and dragged it in like a chest mark. It was a very good change of approach on the ball right at the crucial moment.
Gets bodied out here.
Yeah,
Watch
just
him.
have a look. He'll go to the other side here. Mensch gets goal side of him, pushes him out, and he just reaches into the contest.
Didn't do much wrong there, Mensch.
McKernan's kicked 2, and Bruce Corrigan, who's gone for the Kangaroos by 14 points tonight for $10,000 in the Coca-Cola Court red-handed. They blew the siren now. It had $10,000 in his hot pocket. Dennis, I don't think, is really worried about that stat right now. He's worried about other things.
I think he'd think at the end of the game, good luck for the boy to, good luck for the fella to make a few bob. But good coaching. This is gutsy coaching by Bomber Thompson here. He's resisted the temptation to throw King back onto the ball when the Kangaroos have gone 2 goals clear. It'd be easy to panic and say, get him up there now, but he's resisted that. He'll save him for the last quarter.
You should see the Kangaroos forward line. They are just all bunched halfway between the goals and centre-half forward, and one out in the square, Lee Colbert's. Amazing setup.
McKernan got over Mensch. Simpson, Corrigan cut it off. Well played, Pike.
Loose man in the forward line.
To King. And King goes to the pocket.
Oh, missed him.
Kilpatrick got back in front of Clayton.
That was a rarity then. They had a 7-man forward line, the Roos.
Bad kick. Can't afford a goal here, the Cats, I reckon. Colbert, high tackle, unlucky. Abraham. Harley to Bizzle. They'll get out now. They can go along here. Mensch, will he take McKernan on? McKernan's got to be a bit weary. Decides not to. Carey's in the box seat. Good fly at the back from Archer. Bell. Spriggs into his back.
Just been a bit over-anxious, hasn't he? He had all the makings to run over the top of Peter Bell with his fitness and pace. But Bell's just so professional at the contest.
Lang trying to hold McKernan.
Good great work.
Gee, they found one here.
There's a lot to like about this fella.
He's got a lot to like. He's very strong through the torso. Holds off Timmy McGrath, who is very strong himself, but he can't do anything from the width of a body back.
He is a decent kick.
That's a goal.
Oh, a bit of a glove on it. Was it over? Sholey didn't like it.
Well, it's a big kick. It did look as if, no doubt that the Cat player got his fingers to it. Whether he got them in time, well, the goal umpire says no, but Lang's had a huge quarter, hasn't he?
Yeah, this is an exciting piece of play. Having a look at this, now, just a nice soft hand. You've got to just let the hand impact with the ball to take the sting off it. If you slap at it or have too rigid an arm, the ball will bounce off you. But he just trapped it nicely, and then he unloaded, and that must have been very close right on the line.
You've got to remember too, the ball must be completely over the backside of the line before it's out of play. So that one was pretty touch and go.
13-8 to 10-6. They've made their move, the Kangaroos. They've kicked 6-2.
King in there now.
Cowthorpe. Corrigan. Oh, Scholl manhandled badly. It'll be a free kick.
This will tell us how they're going, the Cats, whether they panic the ball forward, go a little short one wide, or go for the big key. Yep, going to Mooney on the lead. That's a free, not paid. Head high punch.
Well, I talked about the Cats' good third quarters in the opening 3 rounds. What about the Kangas there? They kicked 6 goals, 3 to 2-1. They dominated in the end, and they've stretched. Well, they've gone from 6 points behind to 20 in front.
Yet the Cats had the run of play for about the first 8-10 minutes of that quarter and didn't put it on the board. They'll be ruining their chances there.
Well, they've had the acid test put on them now. At 3/4 time, it's 86 to 66. Welcome back. Geelong's only kicked 2 goals in the last 38 minutes of this match. Their 8th goals at the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. And the Kangaroos lead 13-8 to 10-6. And yet there doesn't feel like there's been that domination, except late for the Kangaroos maybe in that term.
It was. Well, let's face it, they banged on 4 goals in the last 9 minutes, but the game seemed to be evenly balanced, and all of a sudden the Kangaroos opened up a 20-point lead, and we see this magnificent goal from Winston Abraham. He just shrugged off the tackle, unloaded, and have a look at that for timing. That's extraordinary.
David King's been really important again. He kicked 5 last week. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone quite play it like this. This was superb.
That's very reminiscent of the way Rodney Eade used to play. Didn't panic, just pre-thought the situation out, sidestep and moved the ball on, and they created a goal out of that. But look, they were pretty good that quarter. Young Harvey got a fair bit of the ball. I think he kicked 2, did he, that
Yeah,
third
he did.
quarter?
Yep.
He was very effective in the forward line. What he actually did, he came up to the, I suppose, a far out half forward area, met the ball, and then did his work running back towards goal very, very aggressively. And he found front and centre as well, and kicked a couple of goals for his troubles. The Cats aren't out of it. King had a rest that quarter, and his coach refused to be panicked and move him back into the middle, and they will run it out. They've got a lot of midfielders who are very fit. Whether they can kick the ball through the sticks, another situation.
Let's hear from the horse's mouth. Dipper's got Alan McCollum.
Yeah, thanks, Bruce. Alan, you really had your chances in that third quarter, early part.
Yeah, we did, Dip. We actually kicked short to contest 2 or 3 times that cost us goals. But look, we're pleased that we've actually had a number of our midfield have a bit of a spell that quarter.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll finish off with the legs.
Were you tempted to put King back in the ruck,
Yeah, we certainly probably hung on there a bit too long at the end when McKernan grabbed that one on us. But hopefully he'll be able to have some impact in this last quarter.
And Harvey and Bell for the Kangaroos have been brilliant tonight.
Yeah, they have been good, but hopefully we've got some fresh legs.
Can you outrun them?
Last quarter. Well, that's our plan, mate.
All right, well, let's see if the plan works. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thanks, Dipper, with Alan. And there's Dennis Pagan, the master coach from the Kangaroos. Well, reiterating what you said, Dermot, that they're going to have a crack with fresh legs here and really try and have a big run early at the Kangaroos.
The Roos can shut them down. They are good at shutting down games.
You just heard Alan McConnell there talking about a deviation from the game plan. I mean, Mark Thompson obviously picked up the Dennis Pagan style of play, kicking along and direct, and that's what they did in the first half, and they started to go short in the third quarter.
Gee, the Cats won't want to look at that because that's getting close to 100%, isn't it, when the Kangas are in front?
Over that amount of games, 17 games, they've only lost 2.
So big last quarter. Will Geelong lose for the first time this year? And we look at their interchange.
Wooders in the centre and Riccardi. So they're going with the 2 hard runners in the middle there.
Cats gave the Kangaroos a big start in round 1 and got over the top of them last year in that thrilling match of the MCGs. A bit of a blue on behind play
King
here.
and McKernan are going at it.
Oh!
Gee whiz.
I tell you what, that...
Well, we've been watching something else, but they've sorted themselves out now.
Is that a hammer throw, Dermot?
Clayton's kicked the full forward.
It don't shine there.
Abraham brilliantly done, and then misses.
Missed everything. It was a superb sell of the dummy. He really opened up some space for himself, and he just missed it. But have a look at McKernan and King going at it in the middle now. King has complete control there, but McKernan gets a little bit of assistance from one of the smaller men who comes in, David King it was, and then he's got the hands between the legs and just upends him.
Gee, I thought he did that by means of something else then.
Stephen King, you're glad he's not commentating right now. Clark.
We almost needed Gorilla Monsoon to call that one, didn't we?
To Riccardi. Probing kick. Carey attack, missed it. Oh. I think Mooney got a shot, don't you?
Yep.
McCartney to Pike. Bangs it back. Lang's been terrific.
He put in a short one there, Riccardi. Look for preservation.
He has no fear.
He's a running player.
She's a long kick, Lang, isn't he? He's bounded that to within about 20 metres. A belt away coming at the back from Harley. Cats with numbers. McGrath. Good tackle, Kingsley.
He's tentative, Timmy McGrath. He's been turned around a little bit tonight. Lang's had him on the back foot in the third quarter and just couldn't make a decision what he was going to do there.
I will say this, Lee Colbert's had a couple of opportunities in this match where he could run and leap at the ball, and there doesn't appear to be a lot of spring in the legs, and I'm just wondering if it was the jumping leg that he had the knee problem on.
McKernan got over King. Hocking to Graham, cut off by Clayton. Clayton's little chip, terrific. Bell could go on. He could still go on. Doesn't need to.
Lang was calling him to play on, and I think if he looked up straight away, he probably then would have played on and run in, but he'd made the decision to stop. He'll go back and have the shot.
Well, you've got to say he's informed, because by rights, when the ball made its way to Ben Graham, he should not end up with this. How he ended up with this when 5 seconds beforehand, Ben Graham was looking down the field to kick it.
Gee, this makes it tougher as he kicks this. It was a tired kick a bit. I mean, he's been so brilliant tonight, hasn't he?
I bet he wishes he played on now.
He hit the deck a fair bit in the third quarter as well, which shows that he is wearying in the legs. Benny Graham breaks now. Spriggs, he's going to be the target for the kick-out, Spriggs. He's just got that great foot pace.
Poor kick.
Bill chased hard to try and smother, and Spriggs coughed it up to Carey.
Mooney had broken infield, and he kicked it just as Mooney broke.
Well, that's laziness by Mooney as well. When the bloke's on the break like that, you've got to give him the option out wide and create the space behind.
Archer was really inviting Burns to come in late. Didn't. Calthorpe nearly got over the top. Here's Bell still running hard. That's a good kick. That's a chance. It's a big chance. It's hit the post.
Nice little offie there.
He is a brilliant player at ground level, Peter Bell.
If you've written him down, you'll give him the votes, Jason. He's going to be pretty hard to beat, isn't he?
Well, I can tell you he's figuring at this stage.
Ben Graham.
Gee, Mooney has run all the way from half back.
They need a big quarter out of Mooney, don't they?
Yes.
McGrath.
At very least to take Carey up underneath the ball when it passes overhead.
Up and under. Bizzle rose high. Spriggs.
Break him up, son.
Houlihan's in the pocket. That's a better kick. Got him.
And he's got Clark in the square. Don't kick it, son. Trust your foot skills. It's going to be too risky.
Just wonder here, the Kangaroos have had some chances like the Cats did in the third quarter. Haven't quite put them away, have they? Goal here really will give Geelong some hope.
Geez, cribbed a couple of yards and the umpire's just moving him back onto the right line.
Just trying to work out who's on Spriggs, because that pace to get away from that pack, get around there. It is Bell who's picking him up, so that will be a shootout. Oh, he skewed that one. It's Peter Bell on him. So, look, they're going to fight fire with fire. They can't shut down Bell tonight, so they say, right, if we win it, it's going to be breaking up the packs with pace and fitness to run out the game. So we'll put our quickest player with best endurance on Peter Bell. So he could be in for a big quarter as well, Bell. It's how much damage will go against him at the other end. Well, that's a risk.
To Grant with Riccardi hot on the hammer. Archer bursts his way through, as he so often does. McCartney, 50th match for the Kangaroos. Abraham held on to the advantage to Simpson. Spriggs tries to run him down. Simpson gets a reasonably effective kick away. McGrath belts it back to centre wing. Scholl, Calthorpe. Scholl did that very well.
Yeah, he never wanted the ball. He wanted to draw the free kick for the umpire, didn't he? He just made a contract there and said, umpy, sign here, give me the free kick.
27th possession.
Now this is a bit disturbing, even though 27 possessions. The last 3 times they've come forward, the Cats, it's all been straight lines down the one wing. They've got to start changing play, and if they want to run the Roos off their feet, they've got to start switching the ball across the ground.
Carey to Bell, Bell to Carey. And then Carey goes to centre half forward. McKernan couldn't quite. Hocking. High. Scholl, advantage given.
Now this is where they can do it. They've changed direction here.
Houlihan to the pocket. Got him. Got Stonen.
First time they changed direction going forward, and it unfolds for them. Space is created everywhere. Pretty good kick from this angle, Barry.
Kicked a couple.
Hasn't really had an effect, has he?
Big comeback really last year for Barry. Look down and now, kicked 32 goals. Has got 6 so far this season, so he's on target again. This is a big kick. Beautiful kick. It's a goal. 3 for the night. You're spot on, but he has kicked 3 in what's been a pretty low-scoring game.
2 in the first quarter, 1 in the last. I reckon if he can get bookends, 2 at each end of the game, it'll be a good return for him. He's not going to get many more possessions than the 3 he's got now.
Tell you what, Brad Scholl has been unpassable. Unpassable there.
Both will do.
Thank you.
We got the gist.
But he has disposed of a couple of opponents down back and he's giving them plenty of drive out of defence.
Interesting, isn't it? Colonial tonight, 34,623. just about 1,000 more than we had for the same game at the MCG last year. So it's a good turn up here tonight, nearly 35,000.
Interesting, that last one. Steinford coming off. He's worked tirelessly tonight. And Lynch coming on. So they want a bit of skill going forward. But it's interesting. I reckon they'll go to school from that one. They've sent the runner out now. They just have to change direction. Whenever they get the ball in the back line, the Cats, they have to change direction and run the Roos off their feet. Straight lines is exactly what the Kangaroos want.
McKernan, well done Riccardi, the little soft handball. Bizzles look away was good.
Look at the numbers.
Sanderson, Burns needs a big last quarter. He's been quiet. He can produce some magic. He straightens up, and then goes to the goal square. Barry's got a chance. Didn't go. Benny Graham was there. Well done, Ronnie.
Well, I don't know if he's actually gone forward or if he's just drifted down. But he's going to kick a goal. I tell you, they are not out of it. At three-quarter time, we were having a talk off air. I just had the sneaking feeling that they still have runners. And the telling fact, easy goal there, was the numbers running out to the other side.
Well, Stoneham and Graham have got goals within about 3 minutes. And that suddenly, that scoreboard looks tight, doesn't it? 13-10 to 12-7.
Absolutely, and Ben Graham is going to stretch the defence now. They've looked effective when they had Mensch up there with Mooney. Now they've got Ben Graham up there. And Carey says to himself, what do? Do I stick with Mooney or do I go to Ben Graham? Different complexion.
Cat fans really into it, aren't they?
You can sense something. You can really sense something here. Riccardi just to the right of the umpire there. He's the run. He's got to be the impetus.
Colbert off the ground, probably for the last time, you'd think. Sanderson. McKernan's been getting over King. Burns has been relatively quiet.
We'll turn him around here.
Oh, might have coughed it up. Abraham, good tackle by Clark. Hocking. Back to Sanderson. To centre wing. Mark taken by Lynch. Important play. Kilpatrick goes to Graham. Got him.
He's stretching them. Stretching them completely. Glenn Archer is a champion player. He just doesn't touch the 6 foot mark though.
I tell you
Ben
what.
Graham is going to stretch it. There's a different complexion with the next tall forward up there, Ben Graham.
Can Graham put them within a kick? The captain does. He's kicked 2 in a minute and a half.
Something has to happen.
They will be very happy with the current matchups up forward for the Cats. I mean, Mark Thompson has played his trump card. He's taken Ben Graham from down back. He's moved him up forward. We know he can play very effectively up there. And the other thing is, he's got a distinct height advantage, as you mentioned, Dermot over Archer. And the Kangaroos have still got Carey at centre-half back, so he'll be very happy. Mark Thompson would love seeing Carey in defence and Ben Graham up forward.
So some decisions to be made.
Got to go Carey forward. You cannot save a game when you're only this far into the last quarter. You have to win it from here still.
So just to kick the difference. High tackle on the Kangas, no free kick. King ran out of room in the end, but it was effective to Carey. Carey's kick wide to half forward. Sanderson.
His disposals let him down, Carey.
Oh, they're everywhere
a number of times.
Shoal short to Harley. Sanderson's lifted a bit too, hasn't he? He's been involved in this last quarter.
He scrubs it forward a bit, but he will give you everything he's got.
Harley. Carey sets himself. Doesn't take it. Houlihan. Spriggs. Carey with him. Spriggs kept the contest going. Capuano. Spriggs. Bell tried to rob him. Abraham's look away handball. Bell goes to ground. Simpson. Calthorpe hasn't had many. Kick back. Riccardi's got to run hard. McKernan. Still McKernan. Couldn't quite get a leg on it. Harley has to sit and wait. Good mark. He had the comfort of the numbers back there, didn't he?
And Mooney snuck out to the other side. If they can get the link up, they've got Scarlett and Mooney. No one within 100.
Shoal. Now Scarlett's got to get it on.
Look out, Calthorpe.
Oh!
He took a run up,
Good
Jason.
kick to Lynch. Where's Ben Graham? They'll look for him on the burst. Houlihan sits, waits. Pickett's very good in this situation. Buddha, a miss by Archer. Buddha toe poke. Clark puts them in front with a goal. Misses.
Had everything going.
Gee, Gary Hocking got a very important touch then just off the deck, because it looked like the Kangaroos had sweep it away with Carey and Archer. He just managed to wrap the foot around it, kick it infield to his team's advantage, and probably should have done better.
What do you reckon, Josh? I don't think Pagan can save the game from here.
No,
he has to win it. He's got to get his big trump, Carey, away from centre-half back. He has to win the game. McKernan has to stand up, or Carey has to go forward.
Terrific rebound by King, but the kick has gone straight to Shoal.
He'll come out this side if he can.
Butta's the target. Got him. Hocking, he's had a pretty quiet night, but did have an important touch a moment ago.
Oh, gee, I wanted him to mark that. He would have had a shot from there.
Got to go long to McKernan.
Archer to half-forward. McKernan too strong that time for Harley.
Yep. Well, that's where they have to win it.
Kicks to Abraham.
Great kick.
Clark running hard. Free kick to Abraham.
Just too exuberant, the kid, wasn't he? But Winnie just bled that one.
It's a tough situation to be in. It's one of those where they've got to basically, as they jump into the player, they need to turn around and look at the ball and make it look as though they're attacking the ball, because you know you've basically got no chance of stopping the mark unless you take him out of play.
One of your old opponents, Bruce Dool, who I played on a couple of times, had the best technique. He used to time it, jump up, keep his eyes on you, put the hands in the air and let the thing hit him in the back of the head and make him look a little bit silly, but you never marked it.
Great description.
You'd back Winston under these circumstances, wouldn't you?
I'd prefer him to be playing on, though. It's going close.
Very close. He's
they
not
like it
sure.
behind the goals.
He was never confident.
No, he's got a different kicking action from a set shot. He leans right back on it. That beautiful goal.
Bit, doesn't it?
Oh, look at the spectator, not happy with the goal umpire.
He's not exactly right behind the line of the kick, so we can't. Here's what's unfolding in front, and they get the run out here. Running players. The running players are coming out for the kick in on this side each time.
Kilpatrick, Motlop from the ground. We've been told he won't be able to come back, Motlop, so Kilpatrick to half-forward. Can Stoner make a contest? He does with McCartney. Mooney couldn't quite.
Well done.
Houlihan rushed it a bit, but rushes a goal and the Cats are in front.
He can kick it, Houlihan. Two very good contests there. Mooney, Stoneham, very well done there. Just workhorse enthusiasm. Clark coming off for the Cats. Melbourne coming on, he'll run it out. You watch here, and it's Barry Stoneham gets caught out and just punches the clever punch into the centre here, and Mooney keeps it alive in the corridor. The dangerous spot for it to be if you're an opposing backman.
A couple of questions for the Kangaroo match committee to answer here, Derm. One, you've mentioned Carey, does he stay down back or go forward? And the other is, do they persist going man on man for the Geelong kickouts? Because they are sweeping it away so easily and getting numbers in front of the ball.
And they're just going for midfielders. They're not big target players they're going for. They're just giving blockouts in the huddle to their midfield players.
Surely they have to zone off.
First time the Cats have been in front since the 17-minute mark of the third quarter, after they led for most of the first half. Kilpatrick's been big in the last quarter. Carey small at the back to Pickett.
Oh, he's got nothing ahead. He has to hold it up.
To Capuano. Mooney was fishing, wasn't he?
Kingsley on, and he's got nothing ahead of him again. Corey McKernan comes down the line. Big contest here.
Well done at the back by Harley, read by Clayton. He's running.
Nobody to kick to.
So he's had to hold it up.
It's not his fault. People say, why don't you kick it? He's got nothing to kick to.
Lang.
Oh, they're mucking around with it. And it all stems from the fact that there's no targets up forward.
Then Lang goes long. Abraham caught underneath. Pike, big fly, nearly. Taken by Melbourne. Oh, Grant, brilliant goal.
Great goal.
Great goal, Shannon Grant.
Well, he got that one by accident. He found himself in the right spot at the right time, intercepted there. Just a little bit too much deliberation by the Geelong backman there, and just reeled it in. Watch here, he's just in the... Well, this is the pressure.
Have a look where it spills from, though. Are they going to win this match if they've got Martin Pike as a key flying forward?
No. Simple as that, no.
But that's a goal out of nothing. That's just goal sense, pure goal sense.
You cannot strategically position a forward line to kick a winning score around that type of play. It's great, take it while it's there. Here's Motlop, and he's pulled up, he's been blow darted.
Yep. Dipper, what about Motlop?
Yeah, well, as we see, Bruce has done his hammy there, but the Cats have made 5 changes off the bench. Kangaroos 4, and 2 of those because of injured players.
Thanks, Dipper. So it's all happening here. Terrific contest.
Good throw.
And he's been picked.
Oh no. Oh, no. Oh, jeepers.
Yeah, it could have been 50 very easily.
I thought it could have been more for a second there.
Good kick by Carey.
Yeah, just frustration creeping in there for Buddha.
That's a great kick.
Yep.
Oh. Kingsley, first match this year. He kicked 6 on debut against Port Power last year in a close one at the MCG.
Well, that bloke who was just on screen, Corey McKernan, he's the bloke. He just has to stand up now.
He's only had a couple of touches tonight, Kingsley. Missed an opportunity for a goal earlier, but this would be a pretty handy one to make up for.
40 metres to his left. Carey snuck down. Doesn't see him.
Dumps the ball to the pocket. McKernan's huge fly. Spriggs almost went without it. Bill was trying to get rid of it. Spriggs is in trouble.
Get rid of it, son.
Harvey gets it out. Spriggs takes them on. Get a point, I think. He was in trouble, wasn't he?
He was looking to make something out of it, and in the end, he just had to take the safety net there and run it over the line for a point.
Let's have a look at if they go.
Well, they're going man-to-man again. They've got to zone up, Derm, because they've cleared it away every time, just like this.
Stoneham runs hard for Scholl. Scholl runs a long way. He better bounce it. Hocking the target. Good mark. Sliding mark.
He's come back into it this quarter.
Kilpatrick, who's had a big last term.
Mooney on the lead.
McCartney was good. Lynch pulled off it.
Oh, the umpy put the whistle to the mouth just out of screen. That was so touch and go.
Blakey, McCartney's kick. Rawlings.
Oh.
Stoneham.
Oh, he's played a throw.
He made 2 mistakes. He fumbled when he shouldn't have, and then he threw it out. And under pressure, that's a dangerous mistake to make.
Got to go to Mooney again.
Or Ben Graham, perhaps, at the back. The ball to be fished out. Well done by Bell. What a game. What a game at both ends and all over the place. Good kick to Capuano. Abraham the target. Danger kick. Hocking to get back. McKernan on the up. Terrific. Good tackle on Grant from Harley. Hocking came in high on Abraham. Riccardi. Scholl still getting kicks. Wobbly floater. King wanted to go. Couldn't. Now Ben Graham's at centre-half forward. Mooney's there with him.
He's too close to the kicker there.
Carey's the one here. There's a bad kick because Houlihan was always going to be outgunned by Carey in that situation.
Brady Rawlings off. Oh, son, turn around. You would have won that one. His replacement's going to get it.
The King kicks it to David King. Makepeace.
Oh.
First match came in late for Hewitt.
That's a poor kick.
Scholl got caught out, I think, by the depth of the kick. Harley. Lang was a good contest there. Kangaroos have got a chance. They're gone for holding it. Sanderson comes up. Looks up. He doesn't have much. He had Riccardi short. Stoneham has to work hard. There's a bad play by Sanderson.
Yep.
Riccardi was down the corridor and he went out wide, high, and not very handsome.
The thing is, though, Riccardi should have adhered to the team plan. He should have worked hard out as well.
Steinford on for Hocking, and McKernan comes good with a big one.
That's laziness. I mean, Riccardi obviously saw I'm unmarked in the middle of the fairway here. Find me, spot me up. But when a bloke breaks like that, you've just got to take it on yourself further up the field to get out there. And this is a big mark given the situation.
And this is the gamble you take, Dermot, when you take your tall key defender and captain Ben Graham, you play him upfield. He's a trump for you up forward, but you do expose the back line.
Yep.
Big kick, isn't it, for tonight? He's kicked 2.
Well done. Oh, hang on.
It's a deceiving angle, isn't it? They are wasting opportunities, the Kangaroos, and it could prove costly at the end of the match. Again, we see the man-to-man matchup.
So that's the angle from behind the goals. Even the cheer squad member wouldn't be able to glue too much there. Sanderson, Riccardi pushed. He'll get it.
Once again, they go for the quick midfielder from the kick out. They're lucky to get that one because there wasn't a great adherence to team rules again.
But they've nearly got 100% effectiveness maintaining possession from the kick-outs.
They broke too early, and Riccardi saw the player in front of him, being the North Melbourne Kangaroos player. Mooney comes up the ground now.
Floats it around. Wants Lynch. Bell will make it.
He has been brilliant all night, Peter Bell.
They've got to actually start using Spriggs, giving it to Spriggs to run Bell into the ground. It's as simple as that.
Back to Blakey. There's about 5 minutes remaining in this match, a little bit less, so there's a fair bit of time. Blakey, danger kick. Melbourne was in hard at the back. Can Burns take Pike on? No, Pike was very good. Burns has tackled late. Sanderson will mark. Still a kick in it. Harley. Wide. Pickett caught underneath.
She made that look easy.
He's brilliant, isn't he? To King. David King running hard and then banging a bit too hard, perhaps. No. McKernan's got it.
Stone him off, Mensch back on. Well, the call was Carey had to go forward and win it, or McKernan had to stand up. He's caught it a few times. He needs to split the two big ones. Simple as that.
Well, you'd back him, wouldn't you? He missed one. This one's, the angle's a bit tighter, but you'd back him now.
It's amazing, though, what happens to your confidence after you've just missed a relatively simple kick. I mean, the last one was directly in front, struck it okay, pushed it to the side. All of a sudden, it just puts a bit of a doubt in your head, and he really needs to maintain a very positive frame of mind.
After that, can you stay over it too long?
Yeah. Often you want to just kick it quickly. You've got to take your normal amount of time and kick through it.
This to make it tough. This to make it tough for the Cats.
Oh, he is pumped. Look at the aggression in the face. After he kicked it, I think he was a very relieved man, and he realises he's gone a long way towards getting the Kangaroos home as he jogs back into the centre square. But, gee, there's been some interesting tactics, keeping Carey down back. McKernan, basically the sole target up forward. And I think originally the kick was meant to go to the leading player. McKernan doubling over the back and taking a strong chest mark.
Huge last quarter, McKernan. Dipper, what about Bruce Corrigan?
Yeah, we're 3 points away from it.
It's unbelievable. It's so nerve-wracking. I can't believe it's so close to this. 3 points and... Oh,
hang in there, hang in there.
Let's see what happens. We got this close last week, didn't we? But it is tight. 2 grand final tickets at the moment. Nearly $10,000. But the Cats want to get Amy back in the picture, our other player.
Too much pace, David King.
Been a really good player, hasn't he?
That's a great kick.
Kingsley.
McKernan pushing forward.
Just a bit high. Oh, in big trouble now.
That's dropping it.
Gee, unlucky North Melbourne there. The Kangaroos. Abraham still working hard. Bizzle, he's got to stretch himself. Tackling by Kangaroos has been terrific here. Calthorpe. Oh, that was close.
Gee.
Melbourne nearly clean bowled. They've got numbers. Scholl has got the mark.
They've stopped running and changing direction, the Cats. They wanted to come home better than their counterparts, but they've actually seized up in the running department a bit.
Lynch, 29 kicks for Scholl.
A couple of tired-looking Kangaroo players out there too. David King having a bit of a breather.
Still enough time here for the Cats. They need a positive attack here. Carey just read it beautifully. He's played a very good game.
Yep.
To Lang, there's been a bit of a revelation.
They'll start slowing it up now.
To Carey. Well, one more goal puts the Cats out of it.
Yes. Looking for McKernan, the long kick.
Can't get into the frame. Harvey nearly, or Makepeace I should say. Up and under McKernan. Still McKernan. Down to King. King almost tripped himself. Takes them on. Boundary throw in the right forward pocket. Dipper.
I can't kick goals. As long as I kick points, 3 of it would be handy, wouldn't it?
So Bruce has got a chance of winning 10,000 if the margin's right. At the moment, he'll get 2 grand final tickets if it stays like it is in the Coca-Cola Court red-handed competition.
They've got to run it. They've got to keep running it.
Milburn to centre half forward. Mooney out in front. McCartney. Mooney pushing. Blakey couldn't quite. This is a very important ball.
That was just a crude tackle. They had him trapped over the ball and he just approached it too hard, just slammed him in the back and gave away the free kick, Lynch.
They got numbers out to this side. They've got a few blokes who've sat back and it's going to pay off.
Carey's had 29 kicks. To Clayton. Clayton inside 50. McKernan. Courage shown by Scholl in the front. Calthorpe off the side. It's a point. That won't hurt Bruce's chances.
What's that, 2 points? 2 points.
2 points away, Bruce Corrigan from $10,000. There's Calthorpe. He's unhappy. He's had a quiet night, Calthorpe.
Yes. Just once you'd like to see them stop Geelong bringing the ball in cleanly.
Close to the line.
Mensch coming off, Stoneham returning. He's going to go right to full forward. They're just not winning it through the middle now. They've shut them down up in the middle of the ground, the Roos.
It's the last roll of the dice, to be truthful. They've got to go straight forward and kick a goal.
Been a while since they've actually directed the ball to Ben Graham, isn't it? He's kicked a couple for them.
There you go.
Got pushed out.
Decent heave.
Burns, this is their last chance. Ronnie to improve the angle and to drill it home. It's not over yet.
They're still alive. He's pulled up a bit lame, Ronnie. 50 seconds.
One kick the difference.
Well, we know what an opportunity is. Martin Pike, he just got drawn to the ball and he lost a sense of where Ronnie Burns was, and as soon as he got goal side of him, you'd no hope of running him down. Just lost a bit of concentration there, Pikey.
Now, out of screen, well, Ronnie Burns there in the goal square, but to the left of the screen now, the forward line, there is men everywhere. There are, I reckon there's 10 Roos players inside defensive 50.
Tell you what, we could very easily have another draw here too.
Last Saturday night we had one, didn't we, with the Saints and West Coast. King
won't stay down there for long. They've got plenty of numbers back there.
Just can't waste one ball here. There's not long to go.
Oh, they've got numbers again.
Milburn, Cowthorpe pulls him off. Milburn to Harley. They need a sure head. They've got all their kids around the footy. Kangas can hold it up.
He'll have to.
Simpson.
See, that was a poor kick. He was looking to kick it long to space on the boundary line over the top, and he just didn't strike the ball well.
There's very little time here. Scholl takes them on. Mooney.
They had a chance to sew it up, the Kangaroos, and they've let them back. He's gone the talk.
Oh,
no!
Oh, no! Oh, he's kicked the point.
He's kicked it.
That has taken off like a rocket.
There it is.
That would have been the most amazing finish to a game you've ever seen. In the last 5 seconds of a game, he's kicked a torpedo from a good 5 metres inside the square that fairly flew through.
It's like a basketball match with one man from one end to the other.
And it would have been a draw. It would have been a draw.
Well, what a finale to a terrific match, wasn't it? Great footy. It really was. And the Kangaroos have won 2 in a row, and the Cats have lost for the first time. And Lee Colbert, well, it must have been a strange old night for him.
No doubt he's got a lot of mates there and the other opposition jumpers. Corey McKernan, who did stand up at the end there, took a few grabs. Glenn Archer, Tom Harley congratulating him. Tim McGrath, indifferent night for Timmy. Winston Abraham, the good and the bad there by him on the occasion. He'll learn from that Tom Harley on screen. Clayton, mixed.
Peter Bell was superb, Hutto, you got him.
Yes, I have, Bruce. Peter, what an amazing finish.
Yeah, look, it's a great spectacle. I'm just happy there's a good crowd here, and Geelong are a very good unit, and we're just glad we've copped a lot of criticism over the last 3 weeks. We've got a long way to go, but this is a good turning point for us, hopefully.
Take us through that, just the last minute or two, they almost stole it.
Yeah, they almost got even. What was that? If that had been a goal, yeah. I mean, that was a great kick by, I think it was Tom Harley. I mean, Geelong, they never say die, and that's partly because I suppose Bomber Thompson's a very positive coach. But I'm just wrapped for our guys, which our guys showed a lot of leadership, I thought, tonight, from a number of different players, and it augurs well for the future.
And just finally, your own game tonight, you got a lot of it.
Yeah, look, I was pretty happy. I ended up playing back pocket, I think, which is new for me. But it's good to be able to play in various positions, and I'm just thrilled to have a win.
Well done, enjoy it.
Thanks very much, Ian.
Well done, terrific game, all round, wonderful performance by Peter Bell. Glenn Archer there with a bit of a right smile. Corey McKernan, let's just relive this for a moment. Clinton Bizzle getting hold of it. There was a goal, the difference. There was about 10 seconds to go. That's where he's got it.
He's
10 metres inside the centre square.
So that's 50, and there's 15 between.
It's about 70 metres.
And it hit the fence 5 metres behind the goal line.
75 from the goal line and carries it.
Well, Dipper, high excitement, but it hasn't gone off again.
No, it hasn't gone off again, guys. You were so close.
Yeah, it's a pity.
It is a pity. You missed out on grand final tickets as well, but just a great part of it. But listen, you guys get the Coca-Cola pack with AFL films in it. We've got hats, we've got plenty of cake in there. Thanks for being fun. And remember, everybody, Friday nights you got a chance of winning money. Back to you, Bruce.
Hey, Dipper, it's up by another 5,000 next week to 15.
15,000. Yeah. Sensational, Bruce.
Gee, you're a big tease, Dipper. Those blokes, they get them excited, doesn't he? Oh, well, terrific stuff.
Not the first time he's been labelled that one either.
Well, it's a good contest. Just 5 points, and then the lead changed hands about a dozen times, maybe a bit more in the end. But the Kangaroos prevailed, and the Cats, well, they proved that they're a very good side, I think, tonight. In the end, it was 104-99. Back with more Colonial after this.
radio. Can I get a lift for the...
Gotcha, mate. Yep. 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 Good stuff, David. Good match, wasn't it? You happy? Guys, we've got Pickett's defence in the third quarter. We've got Brent Harvey's goals in the third quarter. We used to look after him as the host of the national program. Johnny, I've lost one down. Just tell me what he's got.
Seconds. Seven.
Kangaroos, North Melbourne. So what a thriller it was at the end. An absolute heart stopper, wasn't it?
Gee, that could have been one of the most incredible finishes we've ever seen.
Could have been pinched at the end, couldn't it?
Bizzle's long bomb going and going, but in the end it was the Kangaroos by 5 points. It was 15-14 to 15-9. It looked at times in the last quarter that Geelong would snatch it, but they showed plenty of heart, the Kangaroos. McKernan became very important as the match went on with 3 goals, but I think the third quarter really set it up for them, didn't they? They kicked 6 goals to 2, and Pickett was one of their defenders who shone out in the third quarter.
Yeah, well, you just admire him when he doesn't have the ball, and he's pretty good skills when he does get it. See, once again, didn't have it and just shuts it down, takes it forward, and does that little step outwards to wait for something to unfold. Carey runs forward, he spots him up, gets to his feet straight up here, a front-on tackle, there is nowhere to go. And we spoke about young Spriggs there who said to himself, oh, yeah, as you called, I hope it's Winston and not
the tackle and not the bump.
Closed him in though, yeah. So there would have been a little bit of a heart murmur there for Spriggs, but as you can understand.
Jason, we love Peter Bell's game, but Brent Harvey was also very good, and he kicked important goals in the third quarter.
He was. He probably went out of the game in the last quarter, but the third quarter, when he really got them to set up a bit of a break, he hit the pack front and square every single time. His acceleration is unbelievable. He found space and he finished off with great effect, just steps inside Spriggs there, finishes off once again, kicked a couple of very important goals.
Doesn't miss many of those.
No. 24 possessions for him and 3 goals in the end. Ben Graham, this is a big move in the last quarter. We were sort of expecting it to come, and it paid off, didn't it, for the Cats?
I reckon they had predetermined he was going up there, and they knew they could stretch the defence with Archer, and that is the specific matchup they wanted, just to exploit his lack of height, Archer. And he got hold of it twice in the last quarter, and when they came through the midfield with run, he got on the end of it and popped through 2, and that's all he got. They couldn't get the ball forward anymore. They lost their run that they ran through the first half of the last quarter with.
Glenn Archer's with us at the moment. Hutto's down in the rooms with him. Hutto.
Yes, Bruce. Glenn, congratulations.
Thanks, Hutto. It was a great game. Lucky that torpedo didn't go through in the last second. How long to go was it?
Well, it wasn't long. It was. What were you thinking out there?
In the last quarter, we just wanted to hang on. They come back and then we headed them again. And I didn't know what to think when that ball was sailing through the air. I thought it was going through.
What about Wayne being back in defence? Did you know about that all during the week?
No, he kept that a secret. Didn't tell anyone until we went into the meeting, and I say it helped us a lot with him being there and Mick being out.
Yeah, pretty tough start to the season for you. Take us through it, and obviously the last couple of weeks you've sort of got back on track.
Yeah, we're missing a couple of players early, and we've got them back, got Wayne back, and just starting to settle in, same as last year. Got to go harder.
All right, thanks, Glenn.
Good on you, Glenn.
What a ripper bloke. Gotta go.
Love to have him on your side, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Always.
You'd prefer to have him in a trench if the Turks were running at you in the First World War,
I'll tell
wouldn't
you what, Bruce, the players were worried about that torp while it was in flight as well, weren't they?
I'll tell you, we'll have another look. Add it up, Jason. I mean, this is a long bomb, isn't it?
Well, we measured, look, he's got to be a good 10 metres inside the square. It's carried the 10 metres between the 50 and the square, carried the 50 and gone another 5 to hit the fence. So that's 75 metres on the run.
That thin colonial air, the ball going through. Seems to fly a bit, doesn't it?
They do travel a lot further, don't they? They just have no lateral movement on them. They don't swing right to left here, and they get them on target, they pretty well stay there.
There was 3 seconds on the clock when the ball was sailing through for that fateful behind for the Cats. So
that could have been like Blighty's kick after the... If that had gone, it would be up there with it.
No doubt about that. Bruce Corrigan got excited. Dipper winds these people up, doesn't he? Our red-handed man. He looked home tonight, just like our mate did last week. But he's just missed out on a couple of grand final things. But he was happy. The Kangas won. I don't reckon Dipper's had so many kisses as he had in the last couple of weeks. It's Cheryl's birthday this weekend too. He's going to have a huge weekend, isn't he?
Don't start
good
him.
stuff. It was a terrific. I'm looking forward to your votes too, Jason. They're coming up after the break. But a terrific game. We'll be back from Colonial in a moment. But it was 5 points to the Kangaroos in the end. So, a quick check. Just between. Very comfortable. Welcome back to Colonial. In the end, the Kangaroos by 5 points. I think Dipper's been out the back. He's got rid of Bruce and Amy, and shortly we'll be taking our exit poll. I'll be looking forward to hearing what the Kanga fans and the Cat fans have to say.
Spent a lot of his time in his career out the back too, Dipper. You want him to get the hard one occasionally.
You cut that out. Here he is, Dipper, with our exit poll for tonight.
Night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great night.
Who was your best player tonight?
Go Cats! Corey McKernan.
Corey McKernan? And Peter Bell, what about Belly?
Belly played a good game as well. I think tonight
Carey's
it's
an
a bit more of a team effort, and our defence held up well tonight. Much better than the last 2 weeks.
What's that?
I thought Wayne Carey was one of our better players.
We had 29 kicks tonight, centre half back all night. Good move by the coach.
Not a bad effort.
Try and win the game sometimes.
I don't know. I reckon if we can keep him down there.
Go north! Keep him down there.
Keep him injury-free.
What about Lee Colbert in the side tonight?
Oh, sensational.
Well, he's been waiting to play for the Kangaroos for a long time now, so he's finally got his guy.
Good to see him out there.
Yeah?
Great to see him
Who
out
do you
there.
both for?
Geelong.
Geelong, oh well. Oh, look, I'll make you happy. There I know. It's part of the job, Bruce.
It was always going to happen. It was always going to happen with the big fella.
That was a lot better than Bruce Corrigan. Jason, how have you gone with the votes?
Oh, look, there were some very good players out on the ground tonight. I thought Peter Bell was everywhere. He was in and under. He kicked a fantastic goal. He really kept them going. Brad Scholl now, he repelled attack after attack. He disposed of Grant, he disposed of Calthorpe, he disposed of Abraham. He was sensational. And Carey, I think that reflects their fears of having a weak defence, particularly without Mick Martin. They'd conceded so many goals, they thought, well, we'll leave him down there for most of the night, and he picked up over 30 possessions.
The Coca-Cola AFL Premiership Season 2000. Proudly brought to you by Victoria Bitter. Mitsubishi Magna V6, One Drive, and Your Hooks. McDonald's Footy Burger. And Telstra, making life easier.
So, Bell, Scholl and Carey for the Mitsubishi Motors. I always have trouble with that word, but I got it out there. What about the ladder? Now, you were making a point earlier, Dermot, that a loss to the Kangaroos tonight could have been damaging even early in the season.
Would have hurt them there. They creep into the final, into the 8 for the first time for the year. But if they had have turned 1 and 3 after this game, I reckon for them they'd want to be top 2 at the end of the year to win the flag. Now, to do that, you've got to win 16 games, I'd say, around that. That means they'd have to win 15 of the last 18. That's just putting a little bit too much pressure on them to win consistently right through the year.
Fair point. Hawthorn tomorrow, they catch the Bombers on a short week. Do you give them a good chance?
Oh, look, the Hawks turned the corner last week. Whether they can produce another sort of performance remains to be seen, but no certainties, the Bombers.
Big game here at Colonial with the Bulldogs and Carlton.
Absolutely. I think the Blues will still be a little bit shell-shocked. No, I think the Bulldogs can do it.
Unbeaten Sydney against unbeaten Collingwood.
That's going to be amazing. I mean, who's going to kick on and be 4 from 4?
West Coast and Adelaide.
I also think without Kemp, we're seeing how brittle the coast can be. Adelaide for me.
And quickly, Sunday, Port.
Yeah, you'd think Brisbane had knocked them over there.
And Melbourne for me against St Kilda.
That's it. So that's what's coming up. Are you going home with Dipper in the car, are you?
I'll try. He's not going to kiss me, that's for sure.
I did enjoy it tonight. Thanks, Jason and Dermot, Hutto and Dipper. In the end, in a thriller at Colonial. It was the Kangaroos by 5 points over the Cats.